What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, I am present. I am here. And I am really daggone tired, Deke. I'm not going to lie to you, baby. But we are in the flesh, man.
You could have called off.
I was committed. You know me, man. When I commit to something, I put my name on it. I say we're doing it. I lock in and we do it. But yes.
Am I wrong in saying I don't think either of us have called a show off? Ever.
Yeah, I don't think we have. No. We've had like day before incidents pop up, but I don't think we've had a day of. No. Which is good, man. Shout out to us, man. Hopefully we keep it that way, right?
Yeah, that's how I've always ruled throughout my life. You show up.
Got to, man. Somehow,
sometimes your best qualities, or what's the saying? Your best
ability is your availability.
I was really about to botch that up. I started with best quality.
I was like, I don't know where he's going with this thing, but I like it. I'm gonna follow you.
It had something to do with availability and how it's good.
No doubt. So, man, it is all good. It is all good. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday. So we're going to make sure that this show is always fun because we don't do too many afternoon Friday shows, man. This is like a new little thing situation right here. So we're going to see, what it looked like today. But as a whole, man, we are definitely excited, man. And usually we start this show off a certain way, but I see AJ Martinez was in here super early with the big boy, the big boy chat. So I feel like this is one of those one-offs where we're not going to start the show like we normally do. We're going to start with AJ Martinez. Salute you, baby. Salute you. So, Deke, if you want to get Mr. AJ Martinez, man, and we greatly appreciate your support, by the way, after that, then we'll get the show started like we normally do.
He says, Good Friday to Steeler Nation, to the Master Moats and Deke Diggler. I'm just praying for peace on the streets. A lot of peeps are angry.
Man.
Over what? What happened?
Well, first off, salute you, man. Like I said, we greatly appreciate you.
Something?
Well, I mean, you can never have enough peace. I mean, this is America in 2022. It's always something with someone, with some group. That's always gonna be the case, man. But could be talking about a lot of stuff. I know they got they were going through the trials for everybody that was a part of the January 6th, the insurrection and stuff like that. So I know one of the guys that were close to Trump today, I guess he got caught on the stand line or whatever, something like that. So he's found in contempt. That might be something. I don't know. But either way, you can never have enough peace. And that's ultimately what we all are trying to get on, baby. Peace, sure. Peace. So yes, regardless of how serious or not serious it is, we're going to be peaceful, baby. Yes, we are.
Yeah, I think that's something everyone can agree on.
No,
peace on the streets.
Man. Without a doubt. But shoot,
people
man.
being less angry.
Are you angry today?
No, I'm in a good mood.
There we go.
I'm pretty amped up.
I'm feeling good too today, man. Shoot, I guess we'll talk. Man, now we can go back to our warm up, right? Because it's like usually we start a certain way, get to the supers, then all that, but we had to throw it off a little bit. Shout out to my man AJ. Now I can get back to tapping into you though, man. So how have you been, man? I mean, last time I seen you, man, we were living good. Everything was all right. Cope was steady. Is that still the case?
Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm good. I'm just feeling good.
Okay. I wasn't sure. There was some new, you know what I mean? Like, new haircut, new job. What's going on, man?
There's
new
nothing.
Girl. New guy. It don't matter. Yeah.
No.
All right.
There's nothing special that's happened over these last 2 days. It's been pretty normal. I just feel good.
Okay.
I'm amped up.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Like I said, if it wasn't for me being slightly tired because I had just got back, I would still be on cloud 9. Just finished up the second day of our football camp over at, was it West Allegheny today? Yeah. We finally finished up for the day, man. We are done now. It's on to training camp. And that is going to be an exciting time as well. But, dude, I have my little man out there. It's the first time, man. And he don't like to play football, but he's like, yo, Dad, I want to go with you.
Don't get him started in football, dude. What are you doing?
Dude.
Keep him on golf.
Listen, dude. Oh, trust me. He was doing his thing these 2 days. We had our 7-on-7. He was on my team. He scored. He was getting off and all this other stuff. So I'm like, yo, G, I mean, how'd you like it today? Oh, Dad, it was a blast, man. That touchdown I ran. Oh, man, Dad, the long run on the sideline. I went sonic speed and all this. I'm like, okay. I said, what about you on defense, man? I said, that what I was teaching you? I was like, that's what a linebacker does. I was like, you see how good you were there? He's like, yeah, Dad, I was really good at this. I was grabbing everyone's flag. So I'm like, yo, I mean, what you think? You like it? You want to play? He's like, nah, Dad, I'm good. I don't want to play it at all. But this was fun. I was like, yes.
Good.
Yes, we're still good. So no worries, Deke. We're still good. He still is no football, just the fun part of it, but not the real part of it. So that was good today, man. And got a chance to see
I'm just
some of
looking
the.
out for G long-term health. You know what I mean?
I'm with you, man. Man,
You've been in the game. You know
I
what it's
forgot
like.
who I was just talking to, man.
Golf's the way to go.
Oh, man, it was because obviously, it's like the family reunion. I dropped our picture earlier today, man, with some of the guys that were up there, man. But we were talking about that with golf. We're like, yo, you know what we know now? It's like, yo, why do we want to do this, man? You can play golf till you're 80. Like, you can just get into this, just play it, man. They make good money with that. Shout out to Liv.
It all depends. I feel like golf's really hard to become pro in. I would argue that's the hardest sport to become pro in.
And see, it's funny. I would argue that it's not, because I think of like just how many tournaments and how many different ways, like even if you're not on the PGA, you can still play places that can get like compensated for it. Up until like recently, I think like with football, right? We just talked about an XFL coming in, right? We just talked about an AAF, but they always are gone. And for the large majority of my life, we never even seen like other leagues where you can play football and get paid outside of the NFL. That's my only issue with it. But at the same time, that is a one-person sport.
One person. I think it's so hard to get that good, too.
Yeah.
I think it's really, really hard. Where you could maybe attest this.
Mm-hmm.
There's some guys you probably think are bums that are in the league. But they're good. They're big.
But what you got to realize is this. A bum to me.
They're still really good. But
right. A bum to me is different. Like, I'm sure Tiger Woods looked at some of these guys and is like, that guy's a bum. That guy's not a bum to the regular people. That's all. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, because I think of Daniel McCullers, right?
Okay.
Daniel McCullers is an NFL player. He wasn't the most productive player, right? But you put him in any college after his rookie year in the NFL, and he is a madman. He's the new Jordan Davis.
Okay, hold on. How about this question?
Yeah.
Or maybe this is my thought with it. I think the amount of skill and how hard you have to work to get that good at golf is tougher than getting to maybe the level that Dan McCullers was.
Okay.
Can you hear what I'm saying?
Okay. I don't follow, but I'm
how much work do you think McCullers like really had to put in? Like, let's just say a full year.
Well, because I think you're just thinking of his size, and you think that's why he was in the NFL. There are plenty of big guys that are not in the NFL. They don't even come close to getting in the NFL.
Sure.
Like, what's the dude we saw? Oh my goodness, he was in the Jags game. He came up to the tailgate. It was like Big Ed or something, right? He has the overalls on. Massive human, right? You think he could ever play in the NFL, man?
No. There needs to be skill involved. There needs to also be athleticism involved. But I hear how many times stories of, we'll just say college players. I'm sure it's the case to the NFL to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Of them not having to work for X amount of months in the offseason, and then they could show up.
Because when they say not working for it, because they're so naturally talented. Like when we talk about Ben, he's the poster boy for that. Like that's why it's such a outlier, because we're like, he doesn't work like the normal person would work, but because he's so gifted, he doesn't have to. But we say, hey, what if he did? What would that look like? With golf, I'm sure it's going to be some golfers out there. It's the exact same conversation where it's like, yo, this dude is just naturally gifted. You know what I mean? Like, not saying they don't work, because Ben still worked. I don't want you to get it twisted. I'm just saying, like, in the sense of like what we think of as like, yo, he's a grinder, he's a hard worker. Like, that wasn't him. You know what I mean? But I'm sure some golfers is the same category, but they're just so naturally gifted. Like, I'm sure it's a dude, I don't know him like that, but I know you got somebody who's like, yo, this dude, he's just gifted. Not the best in all the things, because it's like, yo, you can work on this and this, but you can see him, and if he gets going, it's nothing you can do with him.
Okay.
Y'all have those dudes in golf, right? No?
It's, here's the other, I feel like that golf skill, like I could maybe, just off the top of my head, say Brooks Koepka.
Okay.
Dude, but to get that skill, like there's so many people that are so good at golf that could never be pro golfers. You know what I mean? Like there's even just another multiplier of a level between guys like on the PGA Tour.
I want to see the numbers, honestly, between like, because I don't know them off the top of my head.
And like the guys that are amateur and people that are just trying to get, like, they're still so good. Yeah, I just think the pool's so wide. Anyone could do it. I just think you have to be so good.
Yeah, fair enough. Like I said, I don't know about off the top of my head like that. I just think of
it's just my theory. It's just my theory. That's why I'm interested to hear what you got to say.
Yeah, because I always think of in the sense of like with golf.
I think the hardest individual thing to do is hit a baseball.
But wait a minute. Now, when it comes to golf, though, my biggest like issue with it is you can learn that skill and you can teach it to the highest level and you could be just as good as anybody. It doesn't take any athletic ability. We talk about how you could be a fat guy, you could be a skinny guy, you could be big, you could be small. Whereas with football, you got to have both. It's not always just about having the skill. You got to have the size. You got to have the toughness, the courage. You're going to get hurt, so you got to be able to recover from that. So that's the only reason why when I think of football versus like golf, I'm just like, I see it. I feel what you're saying. But that's always like my disconnect. I'm like, man, I don't know, man. I've seen some random dudes out here just hitting the golf. I'm like, man, shoot, you got a chance to really go pro.
No, but that's my
like,
point.
That's what I'm saying. Like anybody can do that.
No, that's my point. They don't. Like it's like different level.
And think about when you told me you were like, yo, you can get good in a hurry in golf.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that with football. I feel like with football, it's gonna take time.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. No, I agree with you on that. But I think that's why I'm talking about there's just like this different level to become a pro golfer. Like you get,
fair enough, though. Yeah.
I think you could clean up 20 strokes in your game, but you're still so far off
from there.
Pro. That's what I mean in terms of like that disconnect.
No doubt. And another quick, when we talk pros, are we saying like the elite pros or just
anyone on the PGA Tour? We'll just say PGA Tour. If you're able to be consistent, like there's really good guys. Like I remember.
Yeah, because I don't know it like that.
From like 5 to 10 years ago, these guys were premier, like top 20 in golf, like the world golf rankings and everything.
Yeah,
just fall off because I think it's just that hard to stay like that good even too.
Okay,
that's just Tiger. He's generational. He's good.
Oh yeah, I see it.
For him to not only dominate how he did, but also maintain it for so long until he started getting into those injuries. Like
stuff,
he was that good.
Hey,
really
man, shout out to him.
Actually, you know who I would say though, in terms of whenever you're talking about someone that's just naturally talented, Phil Mickelson's probably out of this last like 20 years or like this last generation was probably the most talented golfer.
Well, shout out to Phil then, man.
He definitely worked at, but like Tiger had that mental toughness that was unmatched. That was something that I don't even think Tiger knew he was developing at a young age because of his dad. And how his dad coached him. His dad was like former Navy SEAL, like really hard. Yeah, like he would mess with Tiger all the time, like in his backswing and stuff.
Serious?
Yeah, all the time. And then he would just keep.
But it was intentional though.
It was intentional. So like Tiger would be so mentally tough whenever he'd be in the tournaments. Like nothing would distract him because there's always people ruffling or trying to take pictures and stuff. But if you're like that locked in,
because I figured like there's no rule that says that they're not allowed to make noise, right? Because I saw one where they were like clapping for it. Was it Rory?
There's like a golf etiquette. It can't be while you're swinging.
Was it Rory? They were like, I thought it was all going crazy for him, man. It was like a group of dudes, man.
Afterwards, after you hit your shot. As soon as after you hit your shot, you'll even hear some people say, get in the hole. Or say some stupid shit. But whenever someone's at a dress, this is just golf etiquette. I guess it's not technically illegal. You're just going to get tossed off the course. Yeah. It's not like once they hit the shot, they could take it back. So that's the thing. There's no like rule like in football, flag, you get to read it. No, once you hit your shot, once you make the contact, you're done. It's just that's the golf etiquette. That's the thing of the trust, I guess you could say, between the players and the people that are there. Man, you got to have that respect.
Must be.
You got to have that integrity.
Must be nice.
There are some people.
In fact, now that I know that, I'm docking golf even more. So y'all ain't got crowd noise like that.
Some people want that though.
Oh,
some people been calling for it.
At least you get a choice. We don't get no choice with football, man. They call us every we want. Man, come on now. What are we talking about here, man? That's
golf's between the ears, though.
Jeez, we get football like we already talking about, man.
But you, like you said, it's just you.
We could be over here like, hey, crowd.
It's just
wait until after this play to make noise. Hey, I need to talk to my other LB, my corner, real quick. We need to play real quick, man. I wish, jeez.
But your team could bail you out. I mean, just you.
Oh, no, without a doubt,
100 shots in, you got a shot over water. Yeah. You got to get it on the green, or you lose. That type of stuff.
But does that? I guess for.
People, the pros will chunk them, man.
Because see, that was I think that's the difference, man. Like when I think of like, I don't know, I just think of my mindset. I'm like, yo, that doesn't make me nervous. Like, yo, I knew I could do this. Yeah, and that's the part where I'm like, eventually I'm gonna get to that with golf. Like with football, it was certain things where it's like I'm so confident. Like when I was playing, that hey man, it could be whatever at any time of the game. If this is what we're asking, like yo, I can do this for a fact, and I'm not thinking about it twice. I know I'm executed. I'm like, man, when I get to that level in golf, I'm like, yo, what we worried about?
You need
lock it in.
You need to get into some of my 2v2 matches.
Okay.
When there's stakes on the line, there's some smack talking. It gets to that point sometimes. It does, and it's fun because You don't get that feeling really anywhere else these days, right?
You talking about for me?
No, I'm talking about like that competitiveness, that
golf, golf
that
is
feeling in your system. Like whenever you played sports, you obviously get like that, but golf, now you can do it with golf.
I'm gonna say golf, and then you got like the flag football leagues. That's like the other one where I see like older people out there still competing, talking crazy to each other. Yeah, and one of them like basketball leagues. What's that? The Ice Cube joint, the Big Three.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, it's not a lot of elderly people out there or older out of their prime people out there still getting that competitive edge. So now I'm with you. But shout out to the golf folks out there, man, including myself. So with that being said, man, let's get this show started. Let us know where you are tuning in from so we can give you the big boy shout outs and we'll get this show rolling, baby.
Okay. I'm not seeing anything.
No, just give them a second. They was all in the golf thing, man. We was talking golf and football.
Oh, you know who's a good one, actually? Alex LaPerena says John Daly. That's a good example.
That's the one with the hat, right? No. Was he at it?
He's just a legend. He's won a couple majors.
Oh, did he have the pants? Day going.
Yeah, he does.
He had the pants.
Got
right?
the crazy pants.
Yes.
Hat. Okay. You're probably thinking about DeChambeau. He's got the derby cap.
No. It was like almost like an Indiana Jones. Like
Greg Norman.
Okay.
He doesn't play anymore. He's the one that actually started up the Live League.
Oh.
He's the guy that everyone's pissed off about. He's got a good backstory. You should watch his 30 for 30. You should watch his 30 for 30 because he's actually probably, like Phil Mickelson, one of the most talented golfers of all time. He just choked a lot, actually. He choked a lot. He had some really bad luck, though, as well. He should probably have like 5 or 6 majors.
Okay.
But he only has 2. But there were some circumstances where he got screwed over, people chipping in the most ridiculous spots where he did everything right.
And it was just a crazy
shot.
So
he got probably like 2 or 3 majors that he was robbed from. But there's other times he just like collapsed. And like there was always a disconnect between him and the PGA Tour. He lived like this lavish life where they...
Was that frowned upon?
I guess they didn't try to view anyone bigger than the tour, where he viewed himself bigger than the tour. Like he had his own brand at the time. And this was before Tiger. It was like the Great White Shark. He had the brand and everything. He's doing Reebok commercials. He was probably ahead of his time if you think about it.
Okay.
I think that's one reason people like. He was like a golf rock star ahead of his time.
And he took that and went on and did the Live thing afterwards.
Yeah, almost as a thing to get back at the PGA Tour. It's been pretty quiet for him these last like 10 years or so, and like no one's really heard of him. But yeah, I guess this was something he's been scheming up.
I kind of like it though, man. I like competition,
I'm telling you,
man.
if you watch his 30 for 30, there's a part of you that definitely likes him.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out then.
Yeah. I think it's just called The Shark. 30 for 30.
The Shark.
He's got a good backstory.
30 for 30's been dope too, man.
The captain now. You checking it out? DJ. Derek Jeter.
I have not checked it out. You know these past couple days been nuts,
it's supposed to be I'm tune in, last dance type of thing for Jeter. I'm sure you'd like it.
I saw the people put up the little side by side. Jordan, I took it personally. Jeter, I forgot what he said, but it was something along those lines. I'm gonna get to it. Yeah, this is like that busy time right now, man. But I'm gonna get me some days in here soon.
Okay, I'll read some of these.
All right, let's get it.
Victor Tripolzi. Actually, this is one of the homies we met out at the Wild Things game. Says South Park in Pittsburgh.
Let's
go.
He was
in the video I sent you.
Let's go.
Says,
Shout
appreciate
out to
you, Deke, for giving me and your friend your time at the Wild Things. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's one of the homies. David Dupree, tuning in from Gainesville, Florida. Says, love the golf talk.
Hey, man, every once in a while we sprinkle it in this thing, man.
David Strout, 3-2-1, countdown, county. What up? Is that an actual county?
Is it count? I don't know. All right.
That'd be pretty funny. If it's 3-2-1, it makes sense. Goes hand in hand with the name. Jay Sawyer, Harrisburg, PA, 717. Rocket ship flying.
Ooh, to the moon, baby.
I'll say one more. It's all you if you want it.
Yes, sir.
DM 4191 760 Fallbrook, California. Checking in. Getting hyped for training camp. Ready for football to be back.
Let's get it. All right, I got these last couples, and after that, we'll get to these supers and proceed. I got Nick Y tuning in from the 918 Tulsa, Oklahoma. Always in the house. Big love for you, Nick. Then after that, man, we got Scrooge Greedy, the 918 T-Town Steeler Nation, baby. Salute you. And we can't forget about B-More _Steeler _Graham tuning in from the 410 Baltimore, Maryland. I like it right there. I like it. Oh, I guess I end with this one right here. I ain't even see it, baby. Spills, the 412, Penn Hills, PA. Love it. All right. So let's get to these supers, man, so we can get this thing rolling. Because we're going to be here for a good time, but not a long time.
Fish Momentum says, what's good, y'all? Thank God it's Friday.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
AJ Martinez, back again, says, I just received a call at work of a lady needing to disenroll her partner from school because he passed away.
Oh, man.
We shed tears together on the phone. Sad to hear.
Dude, that is tough. Jeez. But, AJ, glad that you were here, though, man. Glad that you were able to, comfort that person, or you said the lady, right? Glad you were able to comfort her in that time of need, man. But, sheesh, that is rough, dude. That's rough, man.
He also says prayers to the stranger on the phone.
No, facts, man, facts.
Fish Momentum's on a little bit of a roll right here, though. He says throwbacks. Cowboys, Jets, Panthers, etc. I don't know what that means.
Some of the new jerseys, I think. Some of the uniforms, because I know the people are rolling them out. I think
we're waiting for those gold helmets for the Steelers.
Yeah, the Jets
now.
got a different helmet. Philly got like an all black one. Yeah, they're doing some cool stuff, man.
Fish Momentum says, Moats and Deke, y'all ready for more stories?
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you're ready to tell them, though. Fish Momentum says, Ben said Tomlin and Colbert, we're ready to move on. Had more evidence of the sabotage today. Not surprised. It was just nice to hear that the owner was on Ben's side.
Well, it was just nice that I got to see my favorite general manager today, so I was happy. Everything was good.
You got any inside scoop?
Nope, he smiled the whole time.
No, come on. That's even more sickening. That's disgusting. Man, see, I like Colbert too. But maybe it was time for us to move on from him.
He was just smiles all day today, man. All day. Big smiles, big smiles.
Wow. Steeler Nation on fire. Madden disrespected Kenny Pickett. Oh, it's egregious. They got him as the 4th highest rated rookie quarterback.
You said the 4th?
Yeah. I'd like to go back in time and see how many times they had the first quarterback drafted.
Rated as the 4th best.
Yeah, I would like to see that. I don't think it's a coincidence.
Do you know off the top of your head their ratings? Like the 4? Like how they had them?
Yeah. Hold on. I think I have the link.
Like what?
Okay. I have the Steelers quarterbacks.
If he's the 4th, how is he the 4th rookie?
All right, here it is. Ritter's first. I think he's at 70. They have Malik Willis ahead of him, too, at a 69.
Hey, that's your number, man.
And they have Matt Corral at a 68. So I guess tied for 3rd, technically. But they had him higher in the ranking. Yeah. Again, they probably did it on purpose to piss people off. But I just don't understand. The guy that was drafted in the 1st round, everyone else was drafted in the 3rd round.
Or later. Yeah. Or I guess of those dudes.
Come on, man. Come on.
And you said Desmond Ridder was the highest with a 70.
Yeah. None of those guys were Heisman finalists last year. None of those guys threw for over 40 touchdowns.
I don't get that one.
And this was something everyone said
but this
coming out. Pickett was the most pro-ready quarterback. So you would think that would be the case in the Madden ratings. Now, you want to talk about upsides, so we were talking about Malik Willis.
Mm-hmm.
But why would you have him higher than Pickett going into the rookie year? Who we already said
is the most pro-ready guy.
Exactly. Like, that's not even biased stuff. That's stuff everyone was talking about.
Yeah. Well, and that's stuff that, like you said, man, when you're talking about Madden, I mean, the first quarterback taken in the draft historically is always like the highest rated quarterback of the rookies that next season, like on the game. Like, this isn't anything new. I'm trying to think. That would have been like Trevor Lawrence. Because it was Trevor.
I could see.
Who was it? Oh.
I could see some scenarios where like Mitch was taken 2nd overall, but no one really had him as the best quarterback.
But who were the other quarterbacks that were taken behind him at the time? Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
He was probably the next. He was probably the biggest name at that time. But outside of that, we're not going to bring up Mahomes because he wasn't talked about like that. Nobody else was talked about like that during that time frame. So even then, it still wouldn't make sense for 4 other guys or even 3 other guys to be rated ahead of Mitch. You know. And that's the part for me where it's like, how do you have that many dudes? Like, even if you went with one guy, you said, okay, Desmond Ridder. All right, cool, because he's another
Malik Willis,
pro-ready
not
guy,
the guy everyone's saying is the project coming in.
That's the one. It's like that doesn't add up. That was the one thing we all said was the consensus about Malik. You bring him in, he needs to develop, give him time. I can't make it make sense, baby.
I got some intel that there's people that work for EA and work for Madden doing this. A decent amount of them are Browns fans. I got some serious intel on that.
Yeah, because that's crazy.
Big time connections.
Craziness,
so
man.
If that's the case, I'm not really surprised. I mean, you talk about Myles Garrett being the 99, TJ 96, all the disrespect to these Steeler ratings adds up a little bit, and it's unfortunate. Kind of pisses me off.
I can see that, man. I feel your pain.
It kind of does.
I definitely feel you, man.
Scrooge Greedy, 918. the T-Town.
Man, you was struggling with the numbers right there, bro.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, it was a tongue twister. Steeler Nation on that L.A. Confidential Loud Pack.
Oh.
Yeah, boy.
Oh.
In my pops from Friday, boys.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, I botched that up. Then.
Yes, you did. It's all good. You seen Friday, right?
No. Add that to the list. I haven't watched a movie in like probably a year. Well, I watched the Kenobi series. And I've been watching The Office.
The movie Friday we're talking about.
Yeah, never seen it.
You know Debo?
No.
No, you know Debo, right? James Harrison?
Oh, yeah.
Debo? You know why they call him Debo? You know that nickname, where it comes from?
I think you've mentioned this before. You bringing it up kind of refreshing my memory.
It comes from this movie Friday. Yeah, man. You
Never
definitely need to go check that out, bro. Holy, you've never seen Friday. Whew.
No.
Yes, Deke. Don't watch another TV show until you watch Friday. It's not even a long movie. That's what it's the equivalent of like 2 TV shows. Okay.
It's only an hour long?
No, it's like an hour and 30 minutes. All right. Kenobi is not 20 minutes long. Yeah. So it's the equivalent of about 2 shows. All right. You need to watch that one. Holy, Deke, you've really never seen.
I'm not gonna make promises. I told you the one time whenever I used to work downtown, they said I was the dude, and they were like, "You gotta watch it." From the Big Lebowski. And it took me about a year to finally watch it.
I don't think we're talking about Friday. This isn't even
I haven't even watched any of those basketball movies we talked about either.
Forget all of that. This is Friday. Okay. This is like if a person says they've never seen Home Alone. That's the equivalent. Okay?
I think I saw the first one.
That's what I'm referring to. I didn't say Home Alone 2. I ain't say any of them. I said Home Alone. If a person says they've never seen Home Alone, because it's more Fridays. Friday, you got Friday too, or excuse me, next Friday, Friday after next. Like Friday got some. They got some classics, bro.
Okay.
But you gotta at least see Friday. Forget everything else. At least Friday. All right. So yes, Deke. Holy cow, man.
Sorry.
Holy cow. I was not ready for that, Deke. I was not ready, man.
Calmon,
Woosah.
It's great to hear some extra support coming in here. He says, I could watch Ben highlights all day. #sabotage.
There it is.
Yep. Vincent Murray.
What it do, man? We ain't seen the homie in a minute.
That's true.
Salute you, man.
Finally, I
get
get to catch a show.
I don't see him, man.
Yeah, he said finally gets to catch a show. Been busy with work. Moats and Deke, are you going to Buffalo? I got first row tickets already.
Dang. Oh, he in there. We do not know or at least I don't know just yet, man. But we will keep you updated though, man. Now, shout out to the homie though. Dang, go on. He said he already got them tickets. Let's go.
Hey, that'll be fun. Official momentum. Yeah. Ambition live next Friday at Rivers Casino.
The 29th.
Just a healthy reminder to everyone.
July 29th. You know what he said?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Chris Mack, our defensive line is going to be insane. Aside from Cam and TJ, which player do y'all expect to have a breakout year? Pick a favorite if you will. Highsmith. If that counts. He brought up TJ.
Yes, he said D-line. I'm thinking like D-line, man. Yeah.
I'd like to see Liao get a chance.
There we go. Yeah, all right.
But I'm assuming we're going to get a lot of Alu and Ogunjobi. Well, Loudermilk. I think Loudermilk's a sleeper pick.
Okay.
If he can get in the rotation, I think he can have like a 4 or 5 sack season.
All right. Can I just go with my guy, Tyson, then?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Yeah, I'm going with Tyson, man. I just seen the homie too, man. I love Tyson, man. He holding it down for that 2010 draft class. So, he's always my dog in every fight right now. So, yes, give me Tyson for the breakout season, man. And he's coming back. He said, he looked trim, too. He looked good.
Oh, yeah?
Leg looked
best
strong.
shape of his life.
He definitely a hard worker. That's all I'm throwing it out there, bro.
Good to hear.
He's ready to go. Okay?
Fish momentum. Moats, you check your email.
I will make sure I check it sometime today. Been a little busy today, man.
Yeah.
Been a little busy.
Back on Cowboy. Tuning in from the 727 Clearwater, Florida. Praying for everyone. Dude, we are... Oh, Bacon Cowboy.
Is it Bacon or is it Backwood? I wasn't sure because how you spelled it, though, right?
Yeah, it's Bacon Cowboy. Sorry. Yeah. Prayers for everyone. Chat's getting spiritual today.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you just got to hey, man, we thinking about you, all right? We just, hey, you on my mind. Everything good with you? Hope all is well.
Let's go U-Dub. In Boise today. Deke, the Steelers' QB ratings are fair, except Mason, who should be higher. You want me to list off the ratings real quick?
Let's hear it, man. What we got?
Trubisky at a 69. Well, you kind of need some context.
You like 69s, though, bro. Come on, man. How can you not love the fact that Mitch and Malik are both at 69s with both of those quarterbacks you were very, very high on?
The thing that pissed
These
me
are your
off
guys,
about
bro.
this Trubisky 69 though is I'm seeing all these social media accounts. I'm like
So
FanDuel.
You don't like a Trubisky 69?
I'm over it. It's not funny. It's not because
Why not?
everyone's laughing at the Steelers' expense over these Madden ratings, and I'm not in on the joke, and I don't find it humorous.
Why aren't you in on the joke?
No, I don't find it humorous.
You take yourself too serious, Deke, man. You got to woo up.
I don't find it humorous. Everyone's laughing at these Steeler ratings. You got Browns guys on the inside of EA screwing with the Steelers, and I don't like it. But here's my point. You got these NFL accounts and stuff, like FanDuel. FanDuel's one of them.
Yeah.
They post a little Trubisky 69 overall and Madden picture and says, nice. I don't want to see that from FanDuel. Give me a break. Let me know what the latest bets
What's
are.
wrong with FanDuel?
I don't need you telling me Mr. Trubisky's 69 overall rating. It's not funny.
Context. They give out they put out MVP. Think about this. They put out MVP odds for Trubisky. I think MVP odds for Trubisky is a little bit more funny than Mitch having a 69 rating. I'm saying, hey, he's rated 69 and Madden. If we're being real about it, okay, that's all I'm saying. That's
a good one.
If we gonna be real with it, they say, oh, Mr. Trubisky +3. I'm like, bro, really?
Plus 7,500.
That's all I'm saying,
good
bro.
Odds. It's actually pretty good odds.
You can't put that out there and, we supposed to take that to be serious. And then it's like, oh, this is, that's all I'm saying, bro.
I've seen it from too many other accounts, too.
There we go. Too many other accounts. We'll
even FanDuel. FanDuel pissed me off, too, there.
But FanDuel, trust me on this. FanDuel is cool. Just trust me on this. FanDuel is cool.
Okay.
Just roll with it. FanDuel is cool.
I got a lot of money in my FanDuel account.
There we go. FanDuel is cool.
I've made a lot of bets recently on my
there
FanDuel
we go.
account.
Shout out to FanDuel. They're no, we still DraftKings love, but we don't.
Advice to FanDuel though: watch what you post on social media.
That's a perfect way.
Don't upset me.
There we go. We can all live with that right there. All right, everybody.
Watch your Steeler post.
Everybody's happy. There we go. We're good.
Okay, Trubisky's at a 69. Pickett 68. I was at least hoping they would have Pickett ahead of Trubisky, no matter what the ratings, because I had something dialed up. They got the ratings wrong, but the order right. I was going to say something like that.
Why you hating on Mitch like that, man?
I told you Pickett's the guy.
But I thought we were Steeler fans.
We are. I'm going to support Mitch. If he's starting, I'm supporting him. Trust me.
The captain of the team said that that's our guy.
He's had some bad takes, though. We saw what he did with his Mount Rushmore.
The captain of the team said that is his guy. That's all.
Mason at a 62. That is too low.
He was at a 62.
Yeah, that's too low.
And you said Kenny was at a 68.
68, yeah. Give Mason like a 67. That's too low.
To me, I don't like that rate. I don't like that.
Oladokin at a 59.
So Oladokin isn't even that far from Mason. Yeah, they got to be joking, bro. Yeah,
What I will say is, obviously, I think Pickett should be higher. I think Pickett should be in the 70s. Trubisky, there's an argument he should be a little higher, too, whenever you compare him to some of the other quarterbacks in that range.
Yeah.
I don't have the list ahead of me, but I think he could probably be an overall or two higher.
You said just overall or two, not a little bit
couple.
more?
Get in the 70s, low 70s. I think Pickett, Trubisky, low 70s both. Have Pickett higher than Trubisky because he was the latest first-round pick. I know Trubisky was the number 2 overall pick, but that was in the past. Give it to Pickett. It's Madden. It's the rookie quarterbacks. You got to give some of the rookies decent ratings coming in.
But why does that rating have to be better than Mitch Trubisky? That's just my only confusion here.
I just needed it. I needed it for either a Big Deke news segment or a tweet I was trying to send out.
Mitch is too low. Mitch should be. I got him in the 70s. I think that Mason should be low 70s.
Do you want me to pull it up? Do you want me to pull up around that range?
Go ahead. Let's see.
It's up to you because we could be going down a rabbit hole here.
Well, we'll give him a little time.
Okay. Do you want me to go over the top 10 real quick while we're at it?
Let's just go ahead and we here now.
No. I got the ratings database up.
So, is it working today? That's the real question. Or a moment that you're about to find out.
No, it is. You know what you have to do though? You know how we were talking about this?
Yeah.
So you get to this point, right?
I'm looking.
It's tough. You have to press this done button and then apply, and then it gets it. Because if you click to the side.
Oh, I've done that. Jump out of it. Yeah,
I've done that multiple times where you think I have it, but no, it jumps to the side.
All right, duly noted.
It's all right. We'll get to the range here. So in the 70s, I actually got snubbed. Jalen Hurts 74. They have Tua at a 75, Teddy Bridgewater at a 75, Justin Fields also at a 74. That's disrespectful.
See, for me, I honestly like those ratings for those players, though. I'm not going to lie, bro. The reason is this, man. When I think of all those guys, like Jalen Hurts, for example, good player, has definitely flashed at times, but the jury is still largely out on him. This is going to be that year where we're going to know, all right, if he's legitimately their franchise caliber quarterback, if he's their version of Kyla Murray. But shoot, even with Kyla Murray, we still asking, hey, man, how confident are we in this dude? Now, we're going to talk about him a little bit with this deal, but he's still another guy. We're still like, the jury is out. So that's my, I'm like, man, I think in them 70s, like Justin Fields, I think that he has plenty of boost him up ability during the season. But to come in, you say he was at 74, right?
74.
Yeah, I think like after a rookie season like he had, where granted he was one of the most sacked quarterbacks out there for the time that he played, you know, but he still has some good things that he did. We know athletically he's very gifted. He can make a ton of throws, but there was still a lot that we need to see from Justin before we start saying, man, we could bump him up.
No, but I think that's the comparison I'm looking at. I think Hurts, how he played last year, he should be significantly higher than Fields.
See, you think that? I don't think that.
At least 4 or 5 ratings, I think. I got to have him over Tua 2, Teddy Bridgewater at a 75.
I don't agree with that. I think
Trevor Lawrence at a 76. Like, Hurts should be over him. I think Lawrence got a chance to be something special here, but just based off last year.
If we're talking last year, we're talking upside, then you can make a case, but to me, I'm still, if we're just talking in a vacuum right here for these ratings, before we can see Jalen Hurts actually go past Teddy Bridgewater, like I'm cool with them ratings like that.
All right, you want me to hit these other 70s before we get to Mitch? Carson Wentz at a 73, Zack Wilson 73. I mean, what they should have done was Zack Wilson 69. I mean, they missed out on a great opportunity there.
But who knows if he's a 69 guy, Deke? Not everybody's a 69 guy like you, okay? Some people just like the 6 or just the 9. Okay.
Well, speaking of that, big time snub. Dotson not in the 99 club. Shocking.
How? Was he rated nicely?
I think he was like 73 or something, 74. I mean, that's a whole nother. We could get into that at some point too. The O-line, O-line is ridiculous for the Steelers.
We're saving that. We'll get the O-line and stuff on Monday. Okay. We'll get them there. Yes.
Zach Wilson 73, Jared Goff 72, Trey Lance 72, Davis Mills 71.
Dang, Davis better than your boy Kenny?
Marcus, I know. I mean, this is my point. Marcus Mariota 71, Sam Darnold 71, Andy Dalton 70, Daniel Jones 70, then Ritter's a 70, Jacoby Brissett's a 70. Malik Willis 69, then you get to Mitch at a 69. So, Mitch, I think give him like a 71, 72, maybe in like that Zach Wilson range, because we haven't seen him in a year, and then get Pickett at like a 74, 75.
I like how you just threw that there. Just put him at a 74, 75.
Maybe 90 speed. The reasoning for the 90 speed, though, hear me out on this. They have Robert Spillane at an 88 speed.
Okay.
He ran a 4.77.
That was how many years ago, though?
Well, this is my point. They gave him 88 speed. Yeah. Pickett just ran a 4.73. So give Pickett 90 speed. It's ridiculous, dude. These people don't watch football.
I'll just be glad when the season starts. So all of this Kenny love that you have, we could just see if it's for real or if it's not. That's all.
Hey, hear me out on this, too. They have Najee Harris at an 88 speed. Spillane at an 80. They don't watch football. They don't watch football. Najee ran a 4.4 something last year, and it's 40. Come on. It's ridiculous.
He did bump up, though. Remember, he's bigger now.
You think that's going to weigh him down?
Maybe that is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it is, but maybe that's what they think. You know, they saw the reports. He's big. Oh,
I play Ultimate Team anyway, so these ain't that deep for me. Wow, where are we at here? Let's check your email. QB ratings. That was Let's Go UW. Official Momentum says Mitch versus Allen, Mitch versus Brady, Mitch versus Zach.
What Mitch they talking about?
Trubisky. I guess they're talking about the Steelers-Bills matchup right there. Steelers-Bucks matchup.
Oh.
Steelers-Jets matchup.
How you like him in these matchups like this?
I think we can win all those games.
I just said the matchups. I ain't talking about the games. That's how I know you ain't believe in them. See, I knew you ain't believe. If that was Ben, you would have been like, I like Ben in all these matchups. You were very smart. You said, I think we win. That means you do not believe in these matchups.
You know the dubs are all that matters.
Hey, that's cool. Najee Loudpack, let's roll.
You know the dubs are all that matters. And I think Mitch could lead us to the win. If he's our quarterback.
No, don't roll it back now.
That's exactly what I said.
No, don't you roll it back now. Don't you roll it back now, baby.
Najee Loudpack. Peace to y'all. Next week, the real fun begins. We probably got 2 weeks after that. Whenever preseason starts, I think it's the real fun.
Shoot, man, when they put them pads on in Lake Trobe next weekend and we start getting the videos of, who threw that pick? Who made this tackle?
we did get some Haskins vids last year. Huh? They got everyone off their seats.
That's how it all started, man.
What's your thoughts on Ben's comments on Colbert, Moats? I got the UNC off-whites, and yesterday I hit on the Travis Scotts.
Bro, salute you for hitting on the Travis, man.
Dubs all around.
I'm clean. I was actually contemplating, do I want to cop him, man? Like, yeah. I'm thinking about it. Wifey did say I should get him. I don't know if I want to spend that money, though. Because, see,
Travis Scott?
Yeah, because, see, I never hit. Actually, I stopped actually trying to hit on the app because I never would hit, and it was making my confidence. It was pissing me off. So I do what we call delayed wins. It's a luxury that I'm afforded, luckily. But it's not always the best situation where you got to pay a little bit more.
Happens.
But sometimes certain shoes, you're like, I will pay the extra for those.
I get what you're saying, though, because whenever I was trying to get the PS5 initially, it was 2-3 times in a row. I just didn't even have a shot. So I'm like, well, why am I even going to waste the time to get prepared, know what time these are dropping?
Sit here and be like, all right, here we go, refresh. I got my card ready.
It's not even worth my time anymore.
Yeah, man.
I got lucky with the PS5, though.
No.
Any thoughts on Colbert's comments on Ben? Or Ben's comments on Colbert, I'm sorry.
Which one specifically?
I think the main one is just he said Colbert was ready to move on. Tomlin was okay with me coming back, but he kind of wanted to move on too. Mm-hmm. Rooney was the guy that really wanted me back.
I like the honesty from Seven, the transparency. At the end of the day, though, when you're leaving out the NFL, it's never going to be glamorous, right? It's like, even when we talk about the Jerome Bettis, the bus stops here, nobody ever wants to stop doing something that they've had so much fun, so many awesome memories. They've been connected to this thing forever. But at the same time, when you're talking about the business element of it, you have to ask yourself, okay, do I keep having this guy here until he completely falls off that cliff? Or do you start making those plans a little bit early? And in business, you would much rather, especially with sports, get rid of a guy a year too soon than a year too late. And plenty of people debate whether this season that just passed was too soon or too late. You got some people that say, hey, man, if they would have had a Kenny Pickett on the roster going into last season, do they even keep Ben? We will never know, all right? We won't know. But we know this offseason, they made some changes to that quarterback room. And for them, even now, if they really wanted Seven back, they could easily go do that. I just think it's one of those things that they realize that, hey, man, even if he can still play, we will never be able to transition from him successfully if we don't put that plan into place now.
He's an icon.
And that's cool, man. But at the end of the day, it's just how you run a business. That's all. So when you talk about
that's
NFL
to your
players,
point of that's probably going to be, you don't draft Pickett if you got Ben in the room. It's tough. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm with you on that.
It makes it a little more awkward whenever they're trying to do the whole move on, get the new era in.
That's football, man. It's like, and I mean, you see it sometimes. I don't want to speak on other sports. I just speak on strictly football right now. But you see it a lot, man, where they're like, okay, even though this guy's still getting it done at a high level, even though you feel like he's getting it done at a level that is championship caliber, he can win with it. It's still a lot that goes into it. They're like, hey, man, money. All right. What's the direction of this team? Okay, how long do we want to wait? Because we got guys on the other side. We talked about TJ Young, Minka Young, right? It's like, man, how many of those years do you want to bank on this or test this? When do we make that move? And I just think it's one of them things, man, that is never going to be a nice way to do it. Even if, and think about this is what Seven saying, hey, I'm retiring. Still.
It's retiring, and he's also even saying in the whole article, like, I'm good with where I'm at.
Yeah, but it's just one of them things. It's like, yeah, you always got that itch of like, yo, I still want to be out there, but you read the writing on the wall. You're either saying that, hey, man, they're either going to force me out, I can walk out, or I can go play somewhere else. And if you're not really trying to do one of those things, or you obviously know you got the injury part of it where that can get you up out of here too. But those are some of those scenarios. And we even heard when Vince talked about it, man, you go through that ego death. And I personally feel that right now, Seven and everybody else that goes through this transition of retiring from football or no longer playing football, you go through these weird feelings like this where you're saying, yes, I'm cool being retired. Yes, you heard Seven. I'm fine being retired. I ain't tripping. But at the same time, you hear him sounding what? A little bitter, right? because that's how you feel, man. When you go from this is what you've done, you've loved this, everybody's loved you, and now it's done. It's a hard stop. It's no glamorous, like, yeah. So for 7, I think that's one of those things that he's gonna have to work through. I mean, shoot, I still be working through it, and I'm 4 years out. Like, everybody goes through it, man. Shoot, Kevin Colbert is going through it, bro. Like,
he's got that itch. He's got that itch to make a move,
bro. It's the reality of it. Like, you can, like, think about this dude. Like, and it's hard for most people to relate because, like, most people's jobs, that wasn't like their passions. They were a kid. When it comes to football, bro, we've been doing it since we were this big, bro. This big. 20 plus years for some people, man.
The glory too.
Yeah.
You talk about the ego. I mean,
20 plus years of doing that.
That's got to be some
man.
of the most awesome feelings, being out in the stadium, doing something good,
Ben,
and everyone cheering on you like that.
Think about this. I say 20 plus years. For Ben, it's even longer because he was in the NFL for 20. I only got, 9. So you double that along with everything on the front. Bro, it's tough, bro. They ain't never going to be an easy, oh, yeah, man, I made my money. I had my success, rings, all that. Bro, you still feel it, man. Still going to feel it.
The quotes that I remember most from that article are, I think I played good last year.
Yeah, that was the lightning rod, because a lot of people were not necessarily
I hear what he's saying.
in agreement with that, man.
People that saw the same thing I was seeing is the offensive line was struggling, and Ben had to get the ball out quick. Most sacked quarterback in the league. You can't have that.
No, he was not the most sacked quarterback in the league. No. That was, we talked about Ryan Tannehill. We talked about Joe Burrow.
He was top 3, right?
He was in the top 5. Yes, he was definitely up there. He was, but it was just.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that was the
stats. Yeah. But yeah, you can't have that. And then he also said, "I think I can still play. My arm still feels good."
And there's nothing keeping him from playing. Remember that. There's nothing keeping him from playing.
I don't want any injuries, but all I'm saying is if scenario happens midway through the season, we're a little hurting for quarterbacks. Hopefully, Ben, Tomlin, whoever, mend that bridge, bring him in, late season run. If it needs to happen, I don't want any injuries, though.
I just always say, man, you got to be careful what you wish for. That's all, man.
I'm not wishing for anything.
No, you're wishing for your guy to be back. Not even talking about, like,
nice.
I'm not talking about, like, the method of it. I'm just saying.
I feel like with this new offensive line and Pickens, Muth, second year, I feel like it could be a different story.
If 7 really wanted to prove something, it's nothing holding him back. That's all.
It's too late now, though.
No, it actually is not. No,
it's too late.
Josh Rosen just signed with the Cleveland Browns yesterday, and he's going to be competing. Okay,
no, but
stop that. No, it is not too late.
No, but you know the direction the Steelers have officially gone in with signing Trubisky and drafting Pickett. It'd be weird. It'd be weird.
Weird? Who cares about weird? It's always weird. Is it not weird that we're transitioning from 7?
Like the Patriots moved on from Brady. Like shit happens. Same with the Colts, Brady, Manning, that stuff happens. Packers
but the difference is this. Those guys still went on and played other places. 7 is not playing other place right now. So with those guys, you got a chance to show, but they also got a chance to show that they weren't finished, that they weren't washed, that they weren't past their prime or anything like that, right? They got a chance to, like, end all of the debate. Brady and Manning both won rings elsewhere, right? That's the part where, once again, for 7, and I don't know if he feels like that or not. I'm just based off what he said and off of what you're saying. But if that is the case, go out there and get you one. Ain't nothing holding you back, man.
I guess that's just that loyalty to the city.
And there's nothing holding you back with that either.
That's why he's staying retired right now.
No, I'm saying if he wanted to come out of retirement and play and compete with these dudes, I'm coming back for the vet minimum, and I just want to compete with these dudes in camp. He could easily do that, and they would give him that opportunity.
There's no way. You think Tomlin would let him do that?
He's not coming back for that. That's the reality of it. It's never an issue of, would they let it? When we talked about the finances behind Ben, that's what it always came down to, right? When your play is not here anymore, we can't force multiply like crazy, but you're costing this. Now we got to start looking around. How are we going to make this thing work? Then he was getting older, and then they were like, you know what? We're ready to make a shift. But he could easily come back and say, hey, now the money's out the equation. Now let's just see who has the best skill. He could do that. Now, I don't recommend that. Like, you made your money. You did what you did, man. You walked away. You're healthy. Enjoy it. We all go through this phase. It's going to suck for a little while, but then it's going to get good. Like, that's what I would tell him.
I just have a tough time if Ben said that, believing that Tomlin would just have him back, though. Or even, man, I don't know how Khan feels about it, but Like if it was Colbert.
With a person like Ben, when you have Ben Roethlisberger, we're talking about, if he were to say, I'm coming back for this little bit of money and all I want to do is compete.
Let's win an effing Super Bowl.
That's all I want to do is compete with these dudes. They would give him that opportunity. That's how I feel.
Wow.
Yeah. But this one of them things, maybe we'll never know. Who knows? I say maybe because plenty of guys will come out of retirement. So we'll see.
That's what I said. If we need some quarterback help mid-season for whatever reason.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Hey.
Hopefully he's still in the best shape of his life by mid-season too, right?
I could see it.
Yeah, because usually it's got to catch him before November, right?
Retirement. 20 pounds.
Catch him before November, man. Catch him before November, bro. Yeah, just catch him before November.
He's playing this competitive golf, though.
I'm hoping that keeps him going, man. That's a fun sport to play, man. Absolutely. And I did see a couple people over here saying, hey, man, hit the like button. You're absolutely right. Yeah, hit the like button if you haven't done so already, man. Salute y'all that have, though.
Okay, official momentum. Everyone forgot Mason's birthday the other day.
I did see them make a post about it.
Wait, they did?
Yeah, the Steelers did. Yeah, it was one of them things. I was like, I don't like. This is my biggest.
I feel bad for Mason at this point.
This is my biggest issue. Like when it comes to, like social media and stuff like that. Like Steelers post Happy Birthday Mason, and every comment they talking crazy about it. And I'm just like, this is why when players have issues with fans or players don't like to interact with people, this is why. Like it just gets old, right? You know what I mean? Like it gets really old. It's tired at times. But I'm glad it is Mason dealing with it and not me. He's been having an amazing amount of patience, too. I definitely don't have that gift. So salute you, Mason, for your patience. But, bruh, the way people talk to, or not talk to him directly, because I've never seen anyone talk to him directly, but the way that they talk on social media in reference to him, and I know it would be the exact opposite in person. That's the part that always just makes me feel very perturbed. Yeah.
AJ Martinez. On a positive note, you guys dressed fly today. Thank you.
Oh, man. No, man. You clean. That jersey's fire.
Thank you.
I was tired. So I just tried to throw on as much Steelers stuff or Pittsburgh stuff I could find. It's like my go-to when I'm tired.
That was last year's draft hat, huh?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
I think it was.
It was one of them ones.
Fish momentum. Yeah. Deke on NCAA 14. Hail to Pitt.
You got after. Don't you got another big matchup? I saw you put something out there, right?
We got a few big matchups.
Yeah.
We've had some quarterback controversy happening in season 2.
There it is.
It's been interesting this season 2. I don't know if I want to review everything right now. It's been interesting.
All right. We got time.
We still got a path for the national championship. It's been a rocky road. Don't count us out.
What's the record right now?
5-1, 6-1.
Okay. I like you said it's been a rocky road, but y'all 6-1.
You got to think what the standard is. We won a natty last year, undefeated.
Mm-hmm. But you had Kenny Pickett, right? That was different.
Yeah, but his rating sucked, so it wasn't even like the Kenny Pickett that we know. It was more of him being a game manager. I mean, there was games I was winning where he's throwing single-digit times. I mean, 3-4
on that Mac
times.
Jones, okay.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Vincent Davis was our running back, and it's funny. He's like our third-string running back in real life, but he's like the star in the dynasty right now. Basically carrying the team. 250 yards a pop, 200, 300 yards a game sometimes.
Nah, that's legit then.
Yeah, really good.
All right, respect.
All right. Are we at Fish Momentum?
Yes. Yeah, JJ, right?
No, I'm good. JJ helping fans, grandfather's
funeral. I did see that.
Costs.
Yeah.
Nice
the dude was about to like sell, or I don't know if it was a dude, but the person was about to like sell their JJ Watt shoes and memorabilia and stuff. Man, salute JJ for that, man. That was dope.
Derek Nelson. Madden has our quarterbacks weak in 23. Mitch 69, Kenny 68, Mason 62, Chris 59. They ridiculous. Check out. We just checked them out and we talked about them.
Yep. Oh, I just realized this the whole link too. I was like, yo, what's this? All right, good. Salute you, man. That is thorough right there. I like that, man.
Fish Momentum. EA and Madden lost, bro. Steelers Super Bowl champs 2023. Fish Momentum also says, Deke, need an invite to the Hood Cookout. Pull up. Send me the invite.
What up, Deke? Pull up one-on-one time, baby.
Send me the invite. Fish Momentum says, them White Claws kicking in. I'm with you, Deke. Is he drinking Claws now? Did we influence him poorly?
Let me find out he's upgraded a little bit, man.
He said he's getting healthier, so maybe he's celebrating his health going on a upward trajectory.
It's Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
You're supposed to turn up on Friday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Scrooge Grady, Deke, and go watch Friday immediately. And don't tell nobody else you ain't seen Friday.
Dude, like
that was just a bad look for me.
Like, seriously, bro, this is not a good look for us. It's not a good look. You got to watch Friday. Like, what's Friday?
Let's go, UW. Mason should be higher than guys like Teddy, Davis Mills, and Baker.
What was Baker rated on it?
77. Actually, I still have it pulled up, I think.
Yeah.
77. That's my best guess. We'll see if I'm right. They still got the Browns logo on. Yeah, he's all right. He's higher than Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Yeah, 77.
Huh, all right.
How about this one? You might like this. Kirk Cousins at an 80.
Oh, I see your boy Mac Jones.
78.
Man, if only if
Just
Kenny,
goes to show how bad these Madden ratings are.
I'm just hoping that Kenny Pickett could get the Mac Jones level then. If that's what you're telling me, man. All right, come on, baby. Just get the Mac Jones. If he get the Mac Jones, we'd be all right.
Dude, Jameis at 76.
Just get the Mac Jones. He'd be all right. Jameis come back from injury.
All right, we got Steeler Nation on fire. It says top 10 moments at Heinz Field. And then he also says Ben wasn't sabotaged. End of story. We can't go through our top 10.
Yeah, we can't do the top 10. But I did actually hear somebody say that today also.
Are we talking about games we've been at or just in general?
No.
We've already said this, actually.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah. I was referring to the sabotage part. Yeah, that was a topic of discussion today too, man.
Well, I know not everyone agrees with me. We saw the split throughout all last regular season.
Yeah, man. This is still a nation divided.
There were fans and fake fans.
Just a nation divided, man. Nation divided right now.
The one I remember like being at was the Cowboys one I talked about in 08, where Deshane Townsend had the pick six. We were struggling the whole game. Yeah, place was going crazy. That's one. I mean, there's a bunch of other ones, but that's one that sticks out.
Ton of them. Off the top of my head, I just always go with the Christmas Day immaculate extension, win the division, send Baltimore home. Absolutely, pulling up on Shea, giving him the shirt and stuff like that. Man, that was always a vibe, man, for all of us. Part of that, man. So that's always like up there. But yes, I got too many of these things. Maybe one day we will do like a top 10 best moments, but not today.
Scrooge Grady, Deke, go get a loud pack and watch Friday immediately. Again, I say.
If you watch it while you on that loud pack, that's gonna go even crazier because it's already elite without anything. But you add that, that's gonna take that move to a whole another level.
Fish momentum. Deke needs some ribs and pound cake. Elijah says sending love and positive vibes from Florida.
Hey man, salute y'all, man. Salute the positive vibes. You eat pound cake?
I don't think I have.
Okay.
I don't think I ever have.
You eat ribs?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was scared to assume that you eat ribs.
I am a picky eater.
Yeah.
No, I definitely eat
with
ribs.
I only eat ribs with no sauce.
No. You need the sauce.
Okay. Oh, all right. I just checking. I ain't know, man. Just checking.
Yeah. Fish momentum. The late Madge Sinclair is Queen Sarabi.
That's the.
This is Lion King.
Yeah,
talk.
that's the mom in Lion King. Yes.
AJ Martinez. Deke 69 is the new 71. Trubisky 69 is his thing, not what he is. No, I don't know what he's saying. I don't know. Is AJ Martinez on one again? It's Friday.
You know what? And I just realized what the T in the number signs before. This is his nickname.
Titch Trubisky.
That's what it is. That's definitely
I thought that was just a bad typo.
I did too, and I was like, yo, I'm looking at the letters. I'm like, yo, that's T-I, and that's two T's at the end of that thing. That's what it's supposed to be.
Come on, the real Steelers Jesus. Ross Ventrone.
Oh, Rusty Benson. That's the homie. Ooh. You remember him, right?
Yeah, special teams ace.
Yeah, he used to do little vids too, man. When Villanova won the Natty in basketball, man, he had this little March Madness actually like flew him out there to the game stuff, man. He was doing these like weird videos where he'd have his Villanova like college football helmet on,
okay, but
like with a full like pick up basketball suit or running through downtown, all these places, like acting like he's hoping, getting ready for the game stuff. It was cool, man. Yeah, shout out to the homie, man.
Someone got to tell Missy Matthews about Deke's band.
What's the name of it again, man? I'm gonna let her know.
No, we're good. We're good for now. I don't know why he said that though.
I know you coming for a job. They already didn't put that out there.
I'm not doing that.
No, you are. Don't you back down.
No.
They said it was when you put the suit jacket on. The suit jacket is what made it like, oh, okay, that's different. He's coming for Missy now. It was a suit jacket, bro.
You want some backstory with that suit jacket?
It was clean, bro. Talk to me.
I think it's like a $20 suit jacket. There's that, but also I wore it whenever I was downtown doing those Heinz Field ones. And that was, I think, on a Wednesday or Thursday. So I had some days in between. I mean, it was just stuffed in the back of my car somewhere. So I'd go to grab it on Saturday, It's all wrinkly and stuff. I'm like, damn.
Just throw it on, bro. You all right?
No, I threw it in the dryer. Try to unwrinkle it a little bit.
Quick little, yeah.
Yeah, with the taped Big Deke News logo on there still. So it got frayed a little bit in the dryer, but the wrinkles came out pretty decent.
I thought it looked nice.
Thank you.
No one could tell that it was only 20, man. Maybe tell people that's custom.
Oh, seriously?
Come on, bro.
I got that for $20. It's
Come
a pretty
on,
nice
man.
jacket. Official momentum. Missy, Bob, and Batch, y'all jobs are in danger. Hashtag Deke.
Deke coming for y'all. He's coming.
No. Too much respect. Not trying to take anyone's job. Look who's back. Michael Patrick McCracken.
Whoa! First off, wait a minute. How are you doing, my brother? My Irish brother. Come on, baby. Oh, I miss you, man. Miss you.
He says, Acroshore on the North Shore. Thought about it a lot, and that is the best I can do. Acroshore on the North Shore. Can't wait for training camp and the season to start.
No, facts, man. We here now, man. We are here.
I'm kind of with him. The Shore just might be the vibe. Might be the easiest one to go with. I liked AC unit initially. Shore might be the easiest one, though. Let's head down to the Shore.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
You got any nicknames in the back pocket?
No, because in my mind, I still have not accepted it just yet. Yeah. I acknowledged it that that's the new name, and I do understand that's what it's going to be. But you know how you go through those processes of okay, I'm at peace with it today. Then tomorrow I'm like, oh, man, I hate the name. I'm dealing with that right now.
Sure.
It's not really linear for me.
Fish Momentum says, bring Ben on the show.
No, we need to, man. We need to.
Maybe he could drop some of these bombs that he's dropped today.
I know, right?
Can you elaborate on your feelings toward Colbert?
Do you feel like if you were to take less and come back, they would give you that opportunity? Would you come back?
Yeah, you could ask him your vet minimums hypothetical.
Absolutely. We could ask him, find out. I think I know the answer, but it's worth the ask.
Fish Momentum also says, it's the world we live in. Everyone's tough talking, reckless until they meet you face to face. Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
Facts.
AJ Martinez says, in the words of Beastie Boys, sabotage. Long live the 7.
Oh. Man, that's a Lion King reference right there. All right.
Is it?
Long live the king. Or actually, long live Mufasa.
Yeah, just retire his jersey.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go, UW says, Madden really put Kevin Green as our...
Kendrick. He's talking about Kendrick.
As our second best O-lineman behind Daniels. There's no justification for this foolishness.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to save that for Monday. We'll get to that then. But I did see that, man. I was like, ooh, that is crazy, bro.
Fish Momentum. Deke, maybe you can join Ambition and Radio Tokyo.
Maybe that's why he's asking for the band.
Maybe.
What's the name again? I'll just tell him real quick.
No. If you need one of my tapes, just tell me. I'll record it myself.
I'll record it myself.
I'll send you what I can do.
We were just trying to support. I
know. I'll get to that. But I'm just trying to keep things a little separate right now.
Fair enough. Are you allowed to tell us the names of the band members?
People in the band.
Are we allowed to know their names?
No, they like keeping low key too.
Oh, all right. Okay. What if you only said their social media names? Does that count?
They're not on social media like that.
Oh man, you can't trust people not on social media. That's what they say, right? Is that a red flag? If you're not on social media?
No, I think that's a green flag actually.
I was about to say I kind of I don't know, man. I'm 50-50 with it.
I think it's a good thing if you're not on social media. All right, we got Steelers Nation on fire. Deke dating Missy.
Whoa, what?
Shocking. Deke been hiding this from us. No, she's married. Right?
Yes.
We're not trying to start any of this here.
Whoa, I don't want to keep me out of all that then. Yeah, Deke.
No, I don't know who's starting these rumors. That's fake news.
I can't support you home wreckers like that.
No, that's fake news. No. She's...
Then again, you only get one life to live, though, Deke.
I'm assuming she's living a good life. She has a husband. She's a kid, too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. I've actually never met her, so...
She's a very, very nice
She
lady,
seems
man.
nice,
She's an
yeah.
awesome lady, man. You would actually, y'all would kick it, man. Y'all be cool.
AJ Martinez, the damn super chat type bar doesn't let me cuss. Oh, really?
So that's
really?
That's how to be it, then, man.
I think people have cussed
before.
before.
Realize, no, not in the. They don't ever put the whole word. You just reading them off like that, but they don't really actually say it. Yeah.
Oh wow, Michael Patrick McCracken. He says he's always here, just usually listening. All right,
okay.
So he must have heard us talking about him.
There it is.
That one, a couple podcasts ago, saying, "Where's he been?"
He said, "I'm always here, man."
Good.
Silent partner. He's a silent listener. That's what he is.
Derek Nelson, y'all got to my comment late. Once I heard y'all doing ratings, I'm like, well, shoot, because I already commented it. And Deke trying to live secret life on us.
Deke definitely got a little secret life going on, man.
I don't.
I think it's. He
what
might
you
have
see
a
is what
little.
you get.
I think he got a little lady friend. He trying to hide, bro. Cause
what you see is what you
he
get.
always talking about these band gigs, but he don't never talk about no. I've never heard a band track. Full transparency. It's musical instruments in this very room. I've never seen him touch one. I think he has a girlfriend and he don't want to tell nobody. Deke, who your girlfriend, man? What's her name, Deke? Deke, we gonna get to the bottom of this, Deke. I'm gonna call the PI. He gonna follow you around. We gonna get some pictures of you with your little lady friend next to you. I got a band gig. All right, we gonna find out, Deke.
Good content.
We gonna find out, man. Mm-hmm.
No, just but you see what you get. I mean, that's kind of my life right there. I just don't want to reveal the band right now.
I thought you said what you see is what you get, though.
Nah, we're just keeping it low key. Just keeping it low key right now.
Respect.
Well, that's it in terms of super chats. We're all caught up.
All right. So with that being said, I don't even remember the first topic, but let's get to it, baby. Oh, that's right. This is a good situation here. We have new updates about sponsorships at the stadium.
Right.
Shout out to Heinz and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This was reported a couple days ago, actually, man, that the Steelers and Heinz are going to continue having a partnership of some kind. We know that the ketchup bottles were removed. I think they're talking about potentially bringing back one to the stadium. Do not know location or anything like that. But just initial reaction, man, to Heinz at least being present at the stadium going forward in some capacity, right? To me, I like it. I'm glad that, all the fussing and the outrage and the beating of the table at least got them to find some type of common ground where they could continue on with this working relationship. I understand the history of, the stadium being Hinesville and things like that. But when we talk about the business side of it, if we're being fully transparent about this situation, Heinz, they definitely got it on the cheaper end, right? With this deal they had. No one knew at the time that the Steelers were going to have the success that they had once Heinz took over for it, right? So when you look at for as long as they had the stadium and what they were paying on a per year basis, yeah, they were getting a nice little deal. Nice little deal. But at least in this situation, now we're going to still get them for the fans, right? For that legacy element of it. But at the same time, the Steelers are able to still get the money that they want with this new contract with Acrisure, and potentially, because this is something that we didn't talk about when this first came out, the transition. Remember when Mr. Rooney was talking and he had said something along the lines of if it was going to be a Rooney or something along like who would be the head guy even in the future, right? And stuff like that. And at least when you're talking about these type of deals with Acrisure, the $10 million per year, it just makes it a lot more enticing to want to keep them here, even if you shift ownership. Not saying that it would shift, and who knows when Mr. Rooney hangs it up and who's the successor and things like that. But when you think about how some of these teams are ran with their owners, where it's like a business, we talked about that, right? Where it's like, they don't really care about that team. That's just a business investment. Whereas for the Rooneys, they care about this team. You can see how they run it. It's different. But going back to the $10 million per year, if I'm just a business person, I'm coming in this thing and I don't have any ties to Pittsburgh, at least me knowing that it's going to bring me in $10 million a year, it would make me say, keep it there. So that was the other part that I did like about it as well, man. That just popped in my head when we were talking about it right here, man.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's whatever to me. It's fine that we got Heinz on a little sponsorship deal here for 5 years.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think it's stupid to still have the Heinz red zone, but then not have the bottles.
Ketchup bottles, and why we bringing one back in that too?
Yeah, the bottles belong up on the Jumbotron. I don't care to have the bottles somewhere randomly in the stadium for people to take pictures with. It's either they're up on the Jumbotron or they're not. But I don't know how something's the Heinz red zone without ketchup bottles pouring into it whenever the Steelers make it to the red zone.
Hear me with this. So what about this context, though, right? Because you said, why would they have the ketchup bottles there to take pictures with? Think when you run into a person, they're like, yo, I got this chair back from Three River Stadium. And people are like, oh, man, let me touch it. Let me see that thing. Let me take a picture with it. Like, what if you're in Acrisure Stadium and we're like, hey, you remember when this was called Hinesville? And we all know this used to be the Heinz red zone and the ketchup bottles would fall. Well, this is that ketchup. You never could take a picture with it when it was up there. But now you get an opportunity to take a picture with a piece of history.
It belongs up there, though.
Yes. Well, no, it doesn't. Technically, it doesn't. It does not. Heinz did not pay that.
If you're going to keep the Heinz red zone. Do you get what I mean?
I agree with you, but
do you get what I mean? This is where it doesn't make sense.
I do. I trust me. That part, yes. That part is kind of like, yo, why is it still called that part? Yes. But I see the other side of it too. It's like, all right, I see why you're bringing it back in there. Just change the name of the Heinz Red Zone. But I guess you can't change the name of the Heinz Red Zone because they already said that it's going to be the Heinz Red Zone.
Yeah, they belong up on the Jumbotron or somewhere in the stadium pouring ketchup on a screen saying, hey, this is the Red Zone. Steelers made the Red Zone.
I'm trying to think.
I'm not against having it somewhere, but it belongs on the Jumbotron.
I thought it was a corner. Where is that like truck at, right? Isn't it like the Ford corner or the Bud Light corner or something, right?
Ooh, yeah, where is that?
But you know, so maybe it'll be like
there's
the
Bud
corner,
Light,
right?
There's the Bud Light corner on the top left.
Right, so maybe it'll be like a Heinz corner where you go over there and you can get like ketchup packets and take pictures.
No.
And we give out free ketchup every time we're in the red zone. What about that?
No, it doesn't work.
Dang.
It doesn't work. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how we can make that work. It really does not work. I'm over here.
If they would have said,
what about this? Nah.
If they would have said, hey, the sponsorship's still intact, they'll be around, you'll see Heinz throughout the stadium, and then never even addressed a Heinz Red Zone coming back. Mm-hmm. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
No, they said Heinz Red Zone. Okay. What that means is there's bottles pouring ketchup onto the Jumbotron.
Yeah, it's the Red
That's
Zone.
what that means. Because I'm not against the ketchup bottle being somewhere in the city, people taking pictures and stuff, but that's not where it belongs if you still have the Heinz Red Zone. If you're still going to call it that,
right. Yeah, you bring up a good point right there. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they'll do like the OG ketchup bottle and then like a new like smaller ketchup bottle. I don't know. Or maybe they're going to renovate and give us two new. They got 10 mil a year from Acrisure. Maybe they could say, hey, Acrisure, can we use some of that 10 and we're going to put another new ketchup bottle in there? You know, maybe that works.
I don't think that's happening.
It could be like the old ketchup and the new ketchup.
If I had to take a bet, I'd say that's not happening.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Because there's no way Acrisure is going to pay for that.
You would think.
It'd probably just be a stretch for them to allow the bottles to go up. Because that's the other thing. Maybe the bottles were never going to go back up on the Jumbotron anyway.
Because I said, if I'm Acrisure, I'm feeling some type of way about any ketchup bottle in that. Like, nah, bruh.
New era.
They gone. All that.
Yeah,
all
get your ass out of here.
Yeah, all that's gone. Yeah.
But if you're going to have the Heinz Red Zone, so, do you get my point here?
I
you need the ketchup bottles.
I do. I just don't get.
Where's the red going to come from?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I do not know. But
people are going to boo that shit. They're going to boo us being in the red zone.
Stop, man. I know. But we're gonna do something ketchup related. All right, we're gonna do something ketchup related where I don't know. It's gonna make sense somehow, some way though. Okay. Who doesn't love ketchup? Everybody loves ketchup. We're just like I said. We're just going to hand out ketchup. At least
Hunt's isn't that good. Sometimes I mean, if you get fries without Hunt's, it's probably better. Heinz is like legit good. I'm with you. I don't think there's anyone that dislikes Heinz ketchup. That'd be a hot take if someone said that.
I just don't know what we could do, though, man. We got a little ketchup situation here, man.
Yeah.
Definitely a little ketchup situation.
So, right. I'm not opposed to the sponsorship. There's just some wrinkles that don't make sense to me.
A little more nuance that would needs to get worked out. And they didn't, like, give us all that nuance either. It's kind of like, oh, we were such in a hurry to let you guys know that we're doing something that's going to include Heinz in the stadium. Like, it's almost like an incomplete announcement. So I get the excitement. Y'all were in such a hurry to get it out there, but now we're like, what exactly does this mean? What exactly is this going to look like? Well, we'll see.
Exactly.
But hey, they got that announcement out, and they beat it before the Friday news dump. So
right.
good for them, man.
Not bad to get a little extra money in.
Yeah.
To the Steelers.
Yeah.
I'd like to see my team have some success, be financially successful, so they could stick around here and we're prosperous for years to come.
Absolutely. With Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Unless it's Trubisky.
Whoever we win with at the end of the day. But my preference is Pickett. If I had to pick.
Fair enough.
I'm not in control of all that.
Fair enough.
And neither of these guys have won 2 Super Bowls for the Steelers.
This is
and
true.
have been our franchise quarterback in the past. That's why I had an
true,
affinity for Ben. That's why I was backing him while everyone else was ripping on him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
At least Pickett, though, I mean, he's done stuff for the city.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh guy, knows what the morals are around here, the qualities,
absolutely
knows what it takes. I believe in him.
But, you know, Mitch does have, like, that one thing that Kenny has not done just yet in Pittsburgh.
An MVP?
Nah.
No, what? I want to hear this.
Mitch got a Pittsburgh baby. Kenny don't got a Pittsburgh baby just yet. Mitch had his baby in, dude, he could have had that baby in Buffalo. He could have had that baby in Chicago. He could have went down to North Carolina and had that baby. He said, we're going to switch. The third trimester, D, you ain't had no kids just yet. That's how I know you don't understand the seriousness.
Pickett's focused on football.
Listen, man,
he's not
you
don't
family. Switch docs in hospitals in the third trimester, baby. That's tough. That's tough. All right, that's tough. You'll see when your time comes. You'll see what I mean. So for Mitch to do that, oh man, that's sacrifice on top. That's a leader.
Pickett's too focused on football for that.
Exactly. This is a guy that is like, hey man, not only am I focused on football, but I sacrifice my family for football. That's what I'm saying. Kenny ain't done that. Kenny
sure it's not the other way around?
Nah, not at all, man.
I'm a little less focused on football now because I'm taking care of a kid.
He said, forget my kid. We're going to have that kid on the road. We're going to Buffalo. We're going to Pittsburgh. Now that kid in Pittsburgh, he'll be all right. That's what he said.
He was that locked in.
Yeah, he said, Mama Trubisky, I know you're feeling comfy in this little hospital. This is your little suite. We got it planned out ahead of time. We done a tour. You're comfy with these doctors here, these nurses here. But we're going to go to a whole nother state. We're going to relocate on it, all right? You're good. Don't worry about it.
I'm actually curious about this. So what were his options, though? Because there's no way he was re-signing with Buffalo. He signed somewhere. Did they stay up there, though?
What you mean?
Like, he signed somewhere else. Like, let's say he signs Pittsburgh.
Which part of the are you talking about?
Do they
the baby part? Or
you're saying that's a big deal?
House part?
Yeah, exactly. All that.
Okay.
For her to move during that period.
So when you're talking about the third trimester, it is because that is like when you're so close to the baby coming out, it could literally be any day, right? So it's like, all right, you're getting closer to due date. I know with me, all of our children came 2 weeks ahead of due date. Third trimester, though, that's the type of stuff you deal with. You just never know. So you can't even like fly certain times in that third trimester. They don't want you taking too many trips because they want you to be ready that, hey, if something happens, we can get you over here to save a life. If the baby's breech comes out feet first instead of head first, like all that type of stuff. So yeah, when you move late and one like that, no, it's real. It's real, man.
So there's people that would just have the family stay.
Yeah, so what you would do is like, hey,
after signing somewhere.
Right. So like when I first signed to come to Pittsburgh, my folks, they were still up there in Buffalo all through OTAs. They came down and visit like once or twice, but they were still up there until we finished minicamp, and we had like that 4-week period between minicamp and training camp. That's when they all relocated and came down. Yeah. Okay. But you think about Mitch. Mitch came down right away.
He might have been down in Boca Raton, though. He's doing a lot of Florida trips this offseason.
Either way, man. Either way. Yeah. But that's the whole thing, though. But either way, we good.
All right. We got... What are we doing here? Are we going next topic? We want super chats.
We'll go supers because next topic, man, we'll be talking about Kyler and that deal, man. So okay. we'll go supers right here and I'll transition it.
Okay, we got Bacon Cowboy. One weird Madden rating is that TJ got a 50+ in both kicking stats.
Serious? Huh.
I don't know what that means.
The only thing he can kick or punt? What's his throwing accuracy? That's what we need to find out.
I wonder what Boswell's is.
What, Thorne-wise?
Yeah.
Nah, he took a shot. Remember last time he was throwing that rock?
I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know if he's saying that as a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh,
50+ could go either way. It could be a bad rating or it could be a good rating.
But if you're talking about TJ Watt as a kicker, I don't think 50 is necessarily bad. I think it's one of them.
He could probably make a 30-yarder in there then.
You know what? Maybe that's why he's not a 99, though.
Kicking, that's a celebration. Maybe that's it.
He can't be a 50, then that's a celebration. He got to be a 99 with that.
That's probably what it is.
And that's probably why they hurt him. That's why he didn't get the 99. That's what it is, bro. You can't give him a 50 with the kick. 250 ratings, bro, that hurts you. Kick accuracy, kick power, that hurts you, man. Come on.
Stan Clair tried to make a point, won't let you curse. I guess he was really trying to emphatically say something. He couldn't drop the F-bomb or something.
It happens like that, man. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay.
Dealer Nation on fire.
We know what you meant.
NFL should ban hair tackling. What I mean by is when Troy
like guys
got
get their hair pulled, yeah.
The player grabbed his hair, and that could have hurt Troy.
Yeah, the thing is they call it just an extension of the uniform because everybody's hair length is different, right? We know with Troy, that style of hair was long, but we think about running backs that have dreadlocks. Marion Barber, rest in peace. Chris Johnson, some of these other guys that have long hair, we've seen them constantly pulled down by it. That's why Derrick Henry started to wear that little cap. You notice now you don't see his dreads, like his hair hanging. It's always like in that little like sack almost back there. You know what I mean? That's why, because it is just an extension of the jersey. Because if I'm a defender, now granted, we know that you can't horse collar tackle, but I can still put my hand there to get you to get close, and then I can finish the tackle how I need to. If your hair is there, well, that technically is an advantage for you. So that was why the NFL, and not even just at the NFL level, I think across the board, they always view that as just an extension of the uniform. Unless you make them dudes put their hair up. That's the other alternative. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Get your hair cut, pull it up. I could be wrong, but I think I've heard it. Like Troy said, he didn't even like feel it or something.
Yeah,
I think I've heard that before.
Like I've seen some dudes, they say they felt it. Other guys, not so much. It's just, it's a part of it, man. If you don't want to get your hair pulled, man, put it up. Or wrap it up. One of them things.
Yeah, that was the thing that made Troy famous, or part of it. I mean, as like his iconic look. Obviously, his play did his talking for him. But you live by the sword, die by the sword.
No, without a doubt, man.
Steeler Nation on fire. Name the red zone, cash money zone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I told you about the insurance bills flying out.
That could work, absolutely.
They
got plenty money, too.
Derek Nelson. Band is Deke's code name for girlfriend. Mm-hmm. He's like Z Wilson out here. Gotta watch your moms when Big Deke energy is around. He says JK. Much love, y'all.
Deke did say he was going hunting. I said, what you looking for? He said, cougars. You know how Deke roll. You better be careful now.
Sean McCartney. If Greg Williams was a true Steeler, who's Greg Williams? He says, true Steelers fan, he'd have it be Heinz Field at Acrisure Stadium. Similar to Arrowhead Stadium with GEHA Field.
Yeah. I'm assuming the Greg Williams dude is
the representative or the CEO, whoever it was. I don't know about that. I don't know about that because
he says he's a fan though. Yeah.
Let me put it to you this way: if it's my company, Heinz is out, and I'm coming in. I'm calling it Big Deke Energy Stadium. I'm good. No, it's called Big Deke Energy Stadium. Hey, you guys live with it.
Indeed.
Maybe I'll keep the ketchup bottles around or something. But
indeed, guess what? When you paying $10 million a year, who the heck gonna say something to you? All right, I ain't paying 10. Are you paying 10? We ain't paying 10. Man, they could call that thing whatever they want to call it, man. That's the money part of it. We upset in a sense, sure, but at the end of the day, man, that's them spending that money, man.
Yeah, maybe you keep the ketchup bottles around. Maybe you get in on that Heinz deal. Maybe you get a cut of it somehow.
Yeah, some.
The Heinz Steelers deal. Like, all right, I'll keep the ketchup bottles. We'll do the Heinz Red Zone. Just give me some money from that too. And then you come out being the hero. Guys, I kept the ketchup bottles for all you guys. This is what Big Deke Energy's all about. That's what I would do if I was Greg Williams.
Like, think about this though, Deke. If it's on record that you had to pay 10 to get this, and Heinz was paying 2.5 to 3. You just like, bro, I don't want to hear nothing you talking about. Like, no, bro, no. It's no way you spend that for that long, man. I don't. Leave me alone. Yeah,
that's what he should do though.
Yeah,
I say I kept the ketchup bottles. We brought the Heinz Red Zone back.
For us.
I made sure they were insured and they were in safekeeping. That's what Acrisure is all about. We love you guys in Pittsburgh. That's what he should do. But no, don't call it Heinz Field at Acrisure Stadium. I wouldn't do that if I was him. I get the sentiment, or I get the, this would be nice, but no, I just know if I was the guy, no, I want the stadium, my name.
I would definitely be calling it something that has zero to do with anything Heinz related or Three Rivers related. It would be a lot of me related. Yes.
Let's go, UW. There will just be a digital bottle on the screen. I don't know if this is actual news or not, but or if this is just an idea. That could be the case.
Okay.
Doesn't hit the same, but
it's an attempt. It really doesn't, but we'll make it work.
And that is the end of the Super Chat.
All right. Oh, a digital. Because that was a part. Because it can't just do like how. Because technically the digital part on the scoreboard was the red that would come down.
Exactly.
But that was in unison with that.
They could figure it out.
If the ketchup won't do that, I don't want to see the red just coming down. Look like it's a Carrie movie. I don't want to see that. I'm good on that, baby.
They'd probably have. Yeah, you'd have to edit the screen somehow, like to have the digital ketchup bottles on the top of the screen.
I just think it's gonna look real weak.
It ain't the same. It ain't the same. You're right.
I like to see them big ketchup bottles. Like,
the big noise.
I want to see that. Yeah.
People might do it. I'm telling you.
And I feel like all the ketchup's coming out too. When we watching on the field, we be like, yeah, that's the ketchup. Ain't no ketchup right now, man.
It's not.
Ain't no ketchup. I mean, maybe we put hot sauce in there.
Well, we're done. Yeah, we're done with the Super. Sean McCartney just says, then why not North Shore Field? I wouldn't call it that either.
Hey, if North Shore was paying for it, then it'd be North Shore Field. But right now, man, we don't know who's paying for it, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Acrisure paying for Acrisure, call what they want to call it, man. But anywho, shout out to the next topic, which also deals with a ton of money. A ton of new money. young quarterback, Kyla Murray. Finally got that deal, man. 5 years, $230.5 million, $160 million guaranteed. And now he'll have the second highest paid QB average on a per year basis at $46.1 million per year, only behind Patrick Mahomes.
Oh no,
Aaron Rodgers.
50.
Yeah, Aaron
He's
Rodgers.
higher than Mahomes.
Yeah, he's higher than Mahomes, higher than Josh Allen, higher than Deshaun Watson. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Dak at 40 too,
yeah,
right?
dude. Yeah. So, what's your initial reaction, man, to Kyler's new deal, man?
Kind of had to do it.
Yeah.
He's overpaid, obviously. He's not better than Mahomes or Josh Allen. But if you're the Cardinals, you really haven't been consistently relevant for a while, since like the Larry Fitzgerald days with like Kurt Warner. You had that 1 year with Bruce Arians and Carson Palmer where you were pretty good, made it to the NFC Championship, I believe. But outside of that, you've been pretty much a dumpster fire as an organization. You draft Kyler Murray, first overall. He comes in, gets you to what, like 5-8, or was it 5-9 at the time?
One time,
which was a big upgrade for them, being, I think it was 2-10. Yeah, that was the year you signed down there, right? They were 2-14, something like that. And they fired their head coach, bringing Kingsbury. Yeah. And then you go 8-8 in his second year. He's putting up good stats, 2 Pro Bowls, 1 Offensive Rookie of the Year in his rookie season. And then last year was solid too. It's just, I don't really like the faltering down the stretch. At the same time, he's still young. You could see the talents there. I mean, he's in that 11-12 range of top 10 quarterbacks we're talking about. We had him in like our honorable mentions. So, I think he's deserving of the second contract, the franchise quarterback contract. It's an overpay, but I feel like if you're the Cardinals, you have to do it. Like, what were you going to do, not have Kyler Murray on your roster this year? Basically built your whole offense around him. You brought a coach in specifically for him. You're in win-now mode. You could make the playoffs again. Like, you got a good team, so had to sign him. I don't know if they could have negotiated a little bit better, got it down to maybe like 42, 43, or at least like Dak at 40. Kyler's agent deserves a raise. I'm sorry.
Hey, man, salute Kyler Murray, man. Anytime you get able to get that money, man, get that money. If they overpay, that's on them, man. But you get that bag. Just this whole offseason, man, coming full circle with this thing, it looks like it worked out. The social media, taking the hardball approach, right? First, when we talked about scrubbing the social media, got all the attention. That kind of put it on notice nationally that he had some type of issue, some type of grievance with the Cardinals, right? Then we started to get the back and forth between them and him, then putting out their little, what we do like about him and stuff like that, and obviously having his rebuttal. But now to see where it's at right now, man, where, he has that second highest per year, $46 million. I mean, it worked out for him. Now, if you're the Cardinals, I'm not surprised that they did it. But I'm not surprised because it's the Cardinals in the sense that they, like you said, they're a struggling franchise, right? They really haven't had a lot of sustained consistency. We talked about them drafting Josh Rosen at 10th overall 1 year, and then the following year, you draft Kyler Murray, right? So to have 2 top 10 quarterbacks in back-to-back drafts and potentially not have either one of them with the second contract would look just dumbfounded, right? Like, how could that be? So I do feel like they had to pay Kyler. The not surprised part is that, they folded to his request. They folded to whatever he was asking. Clearly, this 46, that's what they were saying we'll pay, because me and you, and I'm sure a large majority of people, don't think Kyler Murray is a top 10 quarterback. That's why we didn't have him on our list. We said that you could talk about him as a fringe guy, but even with that, it was still, what part of the fringe? Is he the 11th best quarterback, or is he the 15th?
People probably have him as high as like 7 or 8, and
as low
people like us probably you go to like 13 or something. Like that. That's his range.
But it's like when you talk about that context, but you're paying him as if he is the number 1 guy, or in this case, the number 2 guy. That's where you have the issue. You're paying a good player, great player money. And that's how your franchise struggles. That's how your franchise gets stuck in them ruts. Because right now, I don't think that Kyler Murray is going to do enough even next year that's going to take them and make them legit contenders. Like, we're talking about, hey, you got to watch out for them Cardinals, man. They real like that. I don't feel like that. Like, when we talk about Aaron Rodgers, you still feel like, okay, even though we know the past couple of years in the postseason, Rodgers hasn't delivered and given them that long run, you know what he is, though. Regardless of how we critique the little stuff with him, we know what he is on a week in and week out basis. Whereas with Kyler, that's not the case right now. So, like I said, for him, man, I'm glad that he got that money. For the Cardinals, it's just like, bro, you got to have a little more, take a little bit of a stance with this thing, man, because I just don't see how you justify paying him.
He still had his rights, too.
Exactly. For the next 3 years, realistically.
Franchise tags, yeah.
Absolutely. So it's like...
That's what the Cowboys did with Dak.
Exactly. So once again, I'm just like, why commit to that? Like, I just don't think you had to do that. Now, the guy that's winning in all this is Lamar Jackson. Yeah. If you're paying Kyla Murray $46.1 million, Lamar, you have... What can you say if you're Baltimore?
Good for the Steelers.
It's a great situation right now, yeah. Because I'm just like, if I'm Lamar Jackson, and I personally feel like the market eventually will correct itself.
This is like the wide receiver bubble,
yeah,
potentially.
It's gonna correct itself. But the argument against Lamar was, hey, man, is he a guy that is just throwing it on the level of these elite guys that you pay him like that? Is Kyla Murray just the guy that's just throwing it on that level? We haven't seen that consistently on that level just yet. We know what he is altogether. But that's the exact same thing we say about Lamar Jackson, except Lamar has had a lot more productivity, team and individually. So that's why I'm like, if you Lamar, bro, you about to go ahead and get the bag, man. Got to.
Talking about the market. Will it pop, though, is the question, because...
No, the cap is continuing to go up. I get you on that.
I mean, and we see with the NBA, the contracts continue to keep getting ridiculous. Like, Dame Lillard is not worth $60 million a year.
Do you think Russ is worth $40-something a year? $40 million a year?
Who, Russ Westbrook?
Yeah.
Hell no.
I just think is that, like, to me, with the Russ situation, I think that could be...
Are you talking about Russell Wilson or Westbrook?
Westbrook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Wilson's coming
trying
up,
to get
too.
a new deal. But if Kyla Murray gets 46, Wilson has to get 50.
At least, yeah.
Like,
yeah, because Rodgers
you see what I'm
50.
saying? Yeah. That's the perfect one. I'm just like, man, I don't know, man. I think it will correct
Buffalo and the Chiefs are amazingly happy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Amazingly happy.
Mm-hmm. Because that's nuts, man.
And I don't think Mahomes or Allen are mad. I think Mahomes at the time knew it was a little bit of a discount, too, with the cap going up. He was just like, I like it here. This is like a 10-year deal.
And it was
something
such
crazy.
a mega deal at the time, too. Like, yeah.
And I don't know how Josh Allen, you might be a little bit more knowing of this, but that seems like a little hometown discount, too. He likes it up in Buffalo, wanted to
we talked about even
get
with Deke,
paid,
he took a
but
little
still
bit less,
at the same time wanted to build a good team for the future. Yeah. All right, hold on. So remember the scenario about Kyler Murray being traded potentially a couple months ago? I mean, you got to be happy if you're Pittsburgh, like we didn't actually pursue that, or if that deal actually
if that's
didn't
what they
happen.
were gonna pay, we're not, but we weren't gonna pay 46. No way.
Yeah,
we weren't. That wasn't in our conversation. We weren't. We said we talked about trading for him. We said this is why, because he was still under that rookie deal. You still could control rights, and we know if we wanted to do a deal with him, you could. But we were not talking about that deal being in the 46 million per year range. Like that was not. No, we ain't want him like that.
I mean, that's pretty much outside of what TJ and Minka, the rest of our defense potentially. Like, what would you say our top three guys? Cam, Minka, and TJ.
Is Kyler Murray worth that much?
I'd rather have the defense and take our chance with Trubisky or Pickett.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
If we did have Kyler, oh man, that's what I mean. I don't know. I mean, are we able
Does
to even
Kyler move
sign?
Your needle like that though?
Are we able to even sign Witherspoon leave? I guess you could for this year and navigate
you play
the
cash
cap
thing.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have
Rams.
to pay up way down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyler's obviously the more for sure thing over Trubisky or Pickett right now, but still. I think we're going to be good regardless of him, though, with how we built the rest of the team around us.
That is definitely the case. But once again, this is why I said I'm not surprised that Arizona did this, and this is why Pittsburgh typically doesn't do these type of things. We talked about with L. Bell, right? L. Bell, 400-plus touches back-to-back seasons, was phenomenal, rated the #1 back, right? And regardless of the outcome, we don't know the specifics of what he was asking for, right? But we knew one thing. They still said, hey, man, at the end of the day, we're not going over this number. And this was L. Bell during that time we're talking about. I'm like, man, if you're not going over for him, I don't really see any other body that you would necessarily go over for in that capacity, right? But with Kyler Murray, I'm like, man, I can't even say the same thing about him. Out there in Arizona, like we're not looking at Kyler saying he's the best quarterback in his division. We're not saying he's the best quarterback in his conference. We're not saying he's the best quarterback in the league. Like, but you're paying him like that. That's bad business. But that's why their franchise is their franchise, and why the Steelers have had this sustained success, man.
What would be the franchise tag, though? It would probably be in that 40 range, right?
Pull it up. Let's pull it up. Let's check it out.
Because if it's in that 40 range, all right, you pay a $6 million premium because you're the Cardinals.
Okay. But you're paying it a year early, though.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with it, though. Like I said, with how they've been pretty much irrelevant. Kyler's supposed to be your franchise guy. Just pay your guy.
Let's see what
I mean? Keep him happy. He could be one of those dudes, too, like Brady with the Bucs. I'm not saying he's on Brady's level, but the thought of recruiting players to come. All right, they got Kyler. I know they're going to be a decent team. I'm going to go to that squad.
Yeah, we're going to see. I don't know if
I'm with you. It's an obvious overpay, but if you're the car, I feel like you just do it.
And that's why we said they are who they are. When you take that approach, if you just do it, I'm sure it's people out there that say, man, you just pay L Bell. You just pay this guy. It's like, man, you can do those things, but we know it's going to have some ripple effect, man.
Oh, it's way less. This is way less. It's $30 million, $29 million.
Yeah, so what was you saying, Deke, about this?
Well, I thought it was 40.
So now that we have this new information, how you feel about it now? You still just go ahead and pay on the 46, man?
Well, here's my thing.
It's just a $16 million premium,
No. Here's my thing, though. You got a guy that's disgruntled, and we saw what he did in the offseason in terms of stripping his social media. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, if you don't give him the deal, do trade requests start, I'm not happy, all this and that. If you were to trade him instead of paying him, you're going to be looking for Kyla Murray anyway.
Okay.
He's the type of guy you're going to be looking for.
Okay.
Whether through draft, trading. So with him being an 11, 12 guy, some people think, as high as 7 or 8. I don't think he's like that. I'm fine with that. I think he's worth the second contract.
Not the second contract. It's not the second contract. It's the amount of it, because what you're paying him takes away from other pieces you could bring in. So if you're paying him as if he is Rodgers, Mahomes, Allen, those are force multipliers.
Do we feel the same way about Deshaun Watson's deal then? Because it's only $4 million off.
But we feel like Deshaun Watson is already proven a lot more in terms of when we watch him play. That's why the optimism around him. That's why the last time we saw him playing, he was already viewed as a top 5 guy. Remember, he led the league in passing that last year he played, right? His last full season. So it's a reason why the Browns were so willing to pay that. It's a reason why I was up here talking about, yes, I would give up draft picks for this dude at that time, without a doubt. Because we already know. We've seen a lot more. We've seen sustained. Like, it's different. I don't speak of Kyla Murray in the Deshaun Watson conversation, bro. I don't. You might feel that way, but I don't.
I don't think it's that far off.
That's fine. I don't always agree with you when we talk about quarterback evaluation. So that's why for me, it's like, if you feel like that, that's cool, man.
But like, let's just take whatever Deshaun Watson's done throughout his career versus Kyler Murray. I mean, I'd say it's pretty comparable if you're just talking stats. Now, Kyler, like I said, I don't like some of the faltering that's happened. But Deshaun Watson has also faltered in the playoffs, too.
At the end of the day, I would take Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I think that, for me, that's a debate. And if the contract number if that's like kind of the market right now, and the contract number between Murray and Watson is only $4 million, I don't think it's that deep then at that point.
To each their own. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think if you're the Cardinals, you got your franchise quarterback, keep him happy. You got the coach, like I said, that has the whole system designed around Kyler Murray. You got the guys in there like Hopkins, James Conner, Ertz. Yeah. Drafted a couple of these receivers too. You're in win now mode. Yeah. And I don't have them as the favorite in the NFC West or anything like that, but who's to say? It's a new year. You go on a little bit of a run. Like there's definitely been teams that have surprised me before, and Kyler's still young. I think that's one of the greatest things that's in his benefit too. Yeah. And I think he's got a good arm.
I just think it's funny. Prior to a guy making 46 a year, the optimism is never as high. Now that he makes 46 a year, we're trying to justify. We're like, you know what? No, anything can happen. Yeah, this could be the year. Oh, yeah, this could happen. I just
don't really know what your alternatives are. I mean, you could have done the hardball thing. You could have done that. But do you want that in your organization?
But this is the thing.
If you're the Cardinals.
We're not talking about playing the hardball. We're not talking about the alternative. We're just simply looking at the number and the other guys in that class.
I agree. He's overpaid.
That's the part.
I agree.
That's the part.
I 100% agree. He is overpaid. He's not as good as Mahomes and Allen.
Right, because when you're talking about what could they have done, I mean, it's not a lot of nice things that you could do. But at the same time, part of that is because of him taking that first step of making it nasty, right?
What if he wanted 51? You know what I mean?
You supposed to just pay it?
No. But what if that was like the middle ground? What if that was?
Like I said, I'm just glad that this not the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's not how they operate. So, yeah, I'm good with that. Arizona, that's what they do. And that's why they are who they are right now, man.
Well, the contracts in general, not even just speaking of quarterback, the receivers too. Like some of these are going to be interesting to see how the market fluctuates, bubble pop, whatever it is.
Kyler getting 46. Lamar has to get 47 to me. But if I'm Baltimore, I don't necessarily want to do that because I'm looking at it kind of like how, over here in Pittsburgh, man,
Who's the next guys after Lamar then? Burrow, Herbert.
But they're still like 2 years off, though.
It would be next offseason. I think it would be after their third year, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess so then, yeah.
So, they would be deserving of 50-plus at that point.
If Kyla Murray is getting 46-1. Because in negotiations, all I need is a dance partner. Mm-hmm. And that's why I keep saying his name, because when you go to the negotiation table, I don't care about any other person you going to bring up. That's the guy right now. And if that's his floor, my numbers are better than him, that's my floor now. You know what I mean? Or if that's where he got and my numbers are better than his, man, I'm not taking anything less than that. That's the whole Deontay Johnson conversation. We're like, yo, if you're Deontay, why would you take anything less than this when you already know that's what you're going to get, plus more?
And who's after them? The rookies from just last year. Lawrence and Wilson.
Yeah.
So, and Jones. So, no one's deserving of that right now.
Yeah. Because they pay, this is literally Kyle's, third year, right? Or he just finished his third season.
Yeah.
I don't even.
I think after Herbert and Burrow could be the point where it drops off.
I was going to ask you though, with Burrow and Herbert, would you pay them 46 mil?
Yeah, I mean you have to keep them. I mean, yeah.
I didn't have to keep them, but that's what we're going with this thing then.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean if Watson's getting 42, if Dak's getting 40, Mahomes 45, Allen 42, they're in that category. It's just all going to depend on what they want. Do they want to be the guy setting the market, or do they want to just be in that range and say, hey, give the rest of my money to someone else? Let's build the team.
Oh,
I think they're deserving.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not. I mean, Brady was taking.
He was taking crazy less. Crazy less. Yeah. He was in like 25. He's like, oh, how you doing that, man? Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's even with the Bucks. I mean, think of when he was with the Patriots when the market was way less because the money coming in wasn't as much.
Yeah.
I think some of the numbers, it got to the point maybe Ben's contracts were around in the 20 range, like Peyton, Rodgers, 20s and stuff.
Yeah.
He was 17th, 18th highest paid quarterback in
less.
The teens and like 10 or 11. It's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Patriots benefit from that.
Yeah. Once again, man, I'm glad that we're not paying anybody 46, and the guy that we are paying like that is clearly the best player at his position in terms of the TJ Watt element of it.
Well, this is what I'm wondering, Pickett starts playing really good. I wonder what that contract's going to look like at that point.
We got to give him 52?
After Burrow and Herbert potentially sign theirs. But that's what I'm saying. Could we catch a break in between the Burrow, Herbert, and Mac Jones and all that?
You know why? Because Kenny is Joe Burrow. You already told me that. And
he's a hometown guy.
And if Joe Burrow,
he knows what it's like.
And if Joe Burrow is better than Kyler Murray, who just got 46, then Kenny's gonna get like 50.
Pickett's a Pittsburgh guy though.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, it's a new era. Acrisure. Remember, it's about the money now. Yeah.
That's why I'm interested in all this stuff.
Yeah, this could get real gory really quick, man. Because what happens is this, man. You pay those guys like that because you feel like, hey, we don't have a choice, and then they don't live up to the money in terms of being those force multipliers, because the more you pay them, once again, you're losing out on quality players offensively, defensively. Now this guy has to be able to account for all of that. And
or you got to have good coaching.
You have to have players that can account for all of that, man. Trust me on this, dude. And if you're not having that, you get these. How many teams do we see, man, where they got a guy where it's like, yo, all their money is in this guy right here, but he is not living up to it, or he gets hurt. Oh, that's the worst, right? And then you just got to endure, and this is gory, as ugly, as nasty. That's what we really haven't had to endure. And I'm hoping that we don't do it anytime soon. But for Arizona, you got to be careful about that, man.
Okay. Super chats now, or
let's do supers, because we only got one topic left. So, we'll do supers, and then after that, we'll, get to our, I think it's wide receivers today, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's wide receivers.
I got a good list.
Uh-oh.
Fisher Momentum, Moats.
You got Chase on your list? Juju on your list?
Top 3.
Juju better be on your list. That's all I'm saying.
Moats, you got all the ambition stuff in the email.
Oh, all right. Bet that. Let's get it.
AC, what teams have been successful with highest paid defense lately? Curious to see if there's some correlation there. Much love from Texas, fellas.
That is a good question. Yeah, have we ever had the highest paid defense prior to this season? I don't know, like beforehand, because I know in like 14 that time there was nothing like that.
If there was a time, it'd be our first Super Bowl.
08?
Or even like 04, 05, Ben's rookie year.
Okay.
Super Bowl XL, and then it may have still been in that range. Super Bowl 43, depending on when Harrison got paid.
Oh, and it was what Debo, Woodley, Troy was paid. Timmons didn't get paid during that time frame, though, right?
No, that's why I think it'd be more the first Super Bowl, because the only guy you probably paid on offense like that was Heinz.
About Bussy.
I don't know what his contract. I mean, he was later in his career. I don't remember exactly what his contract was.
And maybe Heath.
Because Ben being on that rookie deal. No,
they weren't paying
Heath
tight
was a
ends
rookie.
like that. No way.
Heath was a rookie. We brought in Cedric Wilson as our second receiver. So we didn't have.
Probably Fanning was probably the highest paid center or highest paid
our offensive line was pretty good at that time.
Yeah.
But across the defense, we had a ton of stars.
But even back then, they weren't paying them dudes like not the I don't know. That'd be an interesting thing to look at, man, to see what highest paid defenses, how they fared historically.
Well, Chiefs definitely didn't have one of the highest paid defenses recently. I don't think. This is just me spitballing.
Yeah.
Whenever they won
I
the
wonder
Super
about
Bowl.
the Rams. They'd be one I'd be interested to see, though. Just because of how they operated.
I think they had both the highest paid offense and defense somehow.
Like the way that they spin, I'm like, yo, they got to be in that conversation, right? Just a little bit. Somehow, some way.
Who else was recently? Patriots.
Oh, with Gilly.
I don't know how the hell they operate. I mean, because they let some of their higher
paid
guys that are about to get higher paid go, but then they just fill them because they got Belichick. Yeah. They had some dudes on offense like Edelman and Gronk, Brady. So I don't know. I don't even know about them.
Yeah, I don't. Because I'm even trying to think back. Because Chicago lost that Super Bowl when it was Urlacher and Briggs and Peanut Tillman.
Oh yeah, that's a good example though. Their offense was pretty limited.
Yeah,
and they
Rex
had
Grossman.
What was it? Tank Johnson up front. They had a couple guys over there. They had some dudes.
Yeah, that's a good example. I wonder about that Ravens team with Flacco. Because he got paid after that.
You're right. Because that was raised last year. Okay.
Maybe that Eagles team too. Wentz on a rookie deal, and then Foles backup quarterback.
Oh shoot, you talking about with you might be right because Brandon Graham had got paid that off season. We already knew Fletcher was paid. Nigel got paid to go over there. Yeah, Jenkins down there. Nigel Bradham had got paid over there. Who's the corners over there?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
One of them was decent.
Yeah, I know Philly went through a little phase where they was having like terrible corner action, man. Interesting. Yeah, that's a good question though, man. I gotta check that. I really want to know that now, man. Yeah,
it's a good thought.
It is. I wish it was like an easy, like, I'm going to just type this in. Highest paid defenses, what they look like every year. But we know it's never that easy. So, yes.
Okay. Alex Mathis, love y'all boys. Moats, what do you think about Nate being sacrificed?
To Hamzat? Oh, man. Yeah. This is UFC. So, this fight isn't happening this week.
This is the Habib guy, right?
Yeah. Well, no. That's not him. Islam Makhachev.
He looks
fighting.
like Habib.
Yeah. That's the one. He has a big fight. He's fighting against Charles Oliveira. Dude. Bronx for the belt. That's gonna be crazy. But this card that just got announced, that fight that I just referred to, Oliveira versus Islam, they're on this card. But Nate versus Hamzat Kamaya, they're gonna be going at it as well. Now Hamzat, he's one of them dudes where it's like everybody's hyped about him. He just got out of a war with Gilbert Burns, where he really was like tested for the first time. But this should this is supposed to be Nate's final fight, right? So Hamzat should destroy Nate, but Nate never gets destroyed. He's like the fan favorite. You always love him, even when he's getting killed.
What Cowboy Cerrone should be.
Yes. He is. You know what I mean? So it's just like, all right, it should be a sacrifice in the sense that Nate gets destroyed, but Nate has great cardio. Nate can take a heck of a punch, and Nate is amazing on the ground in terms of his submissions and stuff like that. So no, there'll be a lot of blood. When that card comes up, it's a couple months from now. When that card drops, though, I'll make sure you don't miss it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because that's definitely one of the ones for you.
Well, that's it for the Super Chats.
Alrighty then.
I got my list.
Let's go. Man, you turned up. You said, I got my list. I like your energy, man. You made me nervous right there the way you said, I got my list. Dang, Deke. That's what time we on, Deke? You ready for it like that, man?
I'm ready.
All right, okay. Well, shoot then, man. Bust a move in. Bust a move, Deke. Bust a move.
We doing top 10 receivers then?
Bust a move. Let's do it, man. Top 10 receivers, man. Bust a move.
10-1, splitting them. How we doing it?
I guess we'll go 1-7, and then after that we'll drop our 8, 9, and 10 at the end.
You want to do it that way?
Yeah. Just whoever's number one on your list, start with him right there at the top. Nah, don't do that, man. Chill.
I was going.
We're gonna go 10-1. Give me 10-5. Or, excuse me, 10-6. Yeah, give me your 10-6.
You want top 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, give me 10-6. Give you 10-6.
10. Wow, I can't believe I got him at 10.
Oh,
this is a little disrespectful.
Oh,
I got my reasonings. Deebo Samuel. 9. DK Metcalf. There's a lot of good receivers. 8. DeAndre Hopkins. 7. Tyreek Hill. 6. Oh, yeah, I went back and forth with Tyreek Hill in my 6. Mike Evans. Fine. Okay. 5. Stephon Diggs. You said go to 5, and we do top 4.
No, I was saying go to 10-6.
Oh, my
and then
bad.
we do a top 5. It's all good. Don't worry about it, man. It's all good. It is good to hear that Diggs in your top 5, though. I'm glad to hear that.
I gave him some respect.
Shout out to you for that, man. All right. So you're 10-6. Once again, you said you had Deebo Samuel, DK Metcalf. You went DeAndre Hopkins at 7, right? 8. He was okay.
Tyreek at 7.
Tyreek at 7.
Evans at 6.
Gotcha. All right. So for you want to give any reasoning why you had those guys where they were at?
Yeah. Deebo Samuel. No McDaniel. I get that Shanahan's back, but I think McDaniel was a pretty nice offensive coordinator for them.
Yeah.
Knew how to utilize Deebo Samuel. The stat that sticks out to me, obviously he had an incredible year last year, and this is why I feel bad that he's at 10. 1,400 receiving yards, 6 touchdowns. Also, 8 rushing touchdowns with 365 on the ground. Just pretty ridiculous. Really good season last year. But I don't know if this is replicable, especially now with them moving on from Jimmy G to Trey Lance. I don't think it's going to be the same. This is the thing that really got him into that stratosphere last year, though, is the yards per reception. Because he was the leader. It was like 18. You look back,
it ain't like
the last 3 seasons of, let's say, the top 3 guys for yards per reception. 2020, Valdez-Scantling was number 1. Aguilar was 2. DJ Moore was 3. 2019, Mike Williams was 1. A.J. Brown was 2. Good receivers, but
it ain't.
I mean, we aren't talking about them being in the top 5. McCole Hardman was 3 in 2019, and then 2018, Deshaun Jackson was 1. Josh Gordon, Patriots was 2.
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett was 3. So that's my thing. I think for Deebo Samuel, that was just an amazing year, and you just got to give it to him. I think he's still going to be a good player. I don't think it's going to be the same. If he keeps doing that, obviously I'm going to be wrong. He's going to be a top 5 receiver whenever we do these lists again. But I think a lot of things are changing. He's a little disgruntled too. Doesn't want to run as much, but that was one of the things that made him who he was last year.
No, facts.
So that's why I got him at 10. I mean, just based off last year, he should be higher. He should probably be in the top 5. But as we're sitting right now, we're in between seasons. Who do I want going forward? Can they replicate it? And you got to think, it was only one season. Like his rookie year, he only had like 300 yards.
Yeah.
So
and
there is,
he was hurt some time though. He missed some time with it.
Yeah, there is a do it again factor with him.
Yeah.
9 DK Metcalf, I think underrated at this point. I mean, 3 seasons is basically averaging 1,000 yards a year and 10 touchdowns.
And that was with Geno last year.
Geno for like, what was it, 4 games or something like that? So yeah, he's good. And he brings that X factor. I think a lot of the guys that I have below him just doesn't have. Take the top off the defense, the physicality, all that stuff we know DK Metcalf to be. Yeah. So he's at number 9. Hopkins, he would be higher, but he was injured last year. Still had a good year for the games that he played, but then he's also going to be suspended this year.
Handstands.
Just not as, I guess, reliable as the guys in front of him.
Handstands made him piss hot. Handstands,
that was
man.
it. That's really it. Because
hey, going Deke, how you get D-hop like that, man? Come on, bro. You got to work on your product a little better.
If there was no injury last year and no suspension this year, I got him probably above Diggs or in that Diggs range.
Fair, yeah.
Maybe at 6. Tyreek Hill at 7.
Now, what's the thought process with that one? Yeah.
At 7?
Yeah.
It's just not going to be the same without Mahomes.
Fair enough.
That's my thinking. And this is why I got him over Hopkins. I think Hopkins is better, but these last 2 seasons, basically 1,200 yards each season. 2020 he had 15 touchdowns. 2021, 9 touchdowns.
Okay.
With him, I just don't think it's going to be the same.
Okay.
That's really it. Him going down to Tua. Mike Evans, based off like these last 2 seasons, Tyreek Hill probably should be above Mike Evans. But I just want to give credit for how good I think Mike Evans is and how underrated he is. Could he be the most consistent receiver in the league?
He's very underrated.
8 straight seasons with 1,000 yards, averaging almost 10 touchdowns a season.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still young, 29 years old, and he has Brady back. So I don't think that changes.
No, I'm with you on that.
You never hear anything about him being like crazily injured, always available, and just puts up numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Won a Super Bowl.
No,
so yeah, I got him at 6.
All right. So for me, man, I guess I'll read off a couple of these honorables I had, man. I just put down 3 names. I ain't want to do a ton of these dudes because anybody that's looked at the wide receiver market, I'm sure you've done it as well. It's a ton of quality guys, man. A ton of names that dudes we're leaving off lists are on other people's top 10 lists, man.
Yeah. There's a
ESPN lists, all type of stuff, like just across the board, man. But the 3 dudes that I had included as my honorable mentions, I had Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
I had Terry McLaurin, and I had Deontay Johnson. AJ Brown was the last one that I had. But for me, man, I was like, I could go down this list and name probably another 5 or 6 guys, realistically. And I was just like, I ain't want to do all that. So that's why I left it at those dudes. But coming in at number 10 for me, man, I got Deke Metcalf right here. I'll read them one at a time, and I'll just talk about them lightly while I'm going through them. Sound good?
Sure.
Yeah, so for me, man, I got Deke Metcalf at 10. I just think that as a whole, even though he has some of the drop issues, when you talk about legitimately being able to take the top off the defense, when you talk about a guy that when the ball is in his hands, he is a danger to go to the house. We talk about the speed, the physicality that he plays with, the size. To me, he would be a lot higher on this list if some of the drops were down a little bit, because we talk about how he'll have some of the Julio drops. That's what I call them, where it's like, man, how you drop that one, dog? You way too nice to be having those. He has that in his game. Obviously, we know last year it was a little mixed bag, man, with the quarterback situation that they had in Seattle. But outside of that, man, DK is still he's a top-notch receiver. It's the reason why he's gonna get paid like one whenever this drops. It's gonna be happening soon. But yeah, to me, man, DK is just top-notch, man. So that's why I have him at 10. If he had a better quarterback situation too going forward, I would feel a lot more optimistic about him, but that does hurt him to an extent here, man.
Sometimes you can only go off what you see.
Yeah, absolutely, man. At number 9, man, I hate the fact that I have him this high on my list. I definitely feel like he's way better than this. It's hard to move him past these other guys, man. But I got Mike Evans here, man. To me, I don't want to use a comparison because I contradict myself, but at the same time, I'm going to use it. To me, Mike Evans reminds me of Cam Hayward just at receiver. Not flashy, but super productive. You win with him. You always know what you're going to get from this dude. He does everything. Think about it. Man, I said, you think about Cam Hayward, right? We get pissed here in Pittsburgh when Cam isn't respected league-wide. But we know why. To me, at least, it's the other guys, they pass the eyeball test. They just look sexier. They can do a little bit of that, but they just look good. Whereas with Cam, it's not always glamorous, but we know what that is every single play. Mike Evans, he's not running by you. Mike Evans, you know what I mean? He's not going to run by. He's not going to have these crazy routes where it's, oh, man, he's wide all the way up. Like, but he always produces. He always
Oh, that's what I was going to say with him, too. He was doing it with some shitty quarterbacks, too.
Absolutely. Come on. He got a Jameis in there. Okay.
I don't want to say Jameis is a bad thing for his production because maybe it actually helped him.
I'm just throwing it out.
He was throwing so many.
He has a Jameis. He has a Fitzpatrick in there. He has a Glennon in there. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, he's done. He's been through just different levels of, how about we say like different
1,000 yards every year, 10
touchdowns
every year.
Yeah, Mike is one of them dudes, man. You win with him. You want him on your team. I happen to fall into the trap of I like a little sexy as well. If he was a Steeler, I don't mind the sexy, which is why Cam was rated high. You know, when we talk, I don't think we do. We talk D-line here, but I'm higher on Cam here. Because, like, yo, this is my dude. He's a Steeler, and we get that. But he's not, like, sexy per se. With Mike Evans, he's not sexy. That's why, you know, I got to keep him a little low. If he was a Steeler, I would have him higher. All right? That'd be my bias. But he's not, so no bias for you. And he's playing with your boy Brady. All right? At number 8, I got Deebo Samuel right here, man. A lot of the things you said, I agree with. The thing that is going to be interesting is, like I said, when they roll out this Trey Lance, what does it look like for Deebo? I don't think he's going to have the same level of receiving yards if it is Trey Lance.
No, because of the yards per reception. A lot of it came off of some big plays.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. But with Deebo, man, he's that weird combination right here also of if he's just a receiver, no running the ball at all, just a receiver, I don't know. I don't know if I like him like that just solely. I love what he does, like the receiving with what he's able to do as a ball carrier. Mm-hmm. That's the part for me where it's like, man, I need both of those things together. Now, since everything is that he's still in San Fran, I'm assuming that he's going to keep doing those things. So that's why I would keep him here at 8. But if he were to go somewhere where he was only going to be playing receiver, no running back, none of that, I don't necessarily know if I would put him on my list. That's just my personal feelings of Debo. But, and once again, when you're talking about could he do what he did last year again, like that's hard.
All these guys have done it.
Right.
Many
multiple
years.
times. Like, we've never seen that. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why for me, man, I got him at 8. At number 7, man, I got DeAndre Hopkins. And the only reason he is not higher is because he took handstands and that made him have a dirty urine sample, okay? I happen to not like...
Why did he finally get caught with it is the question, if he's been taking it this whole time.
I thought you was tinkering it for Kenny, and you ain't know Kenny was stretching. You was over here tinkering it, and he was, and that's how Hop got popped, man. So, for me, that's why I got him at 7, because we know, man, what DeAndre Hopkins is, man. In the red zone, he is a monster. We know that he can bully you anywhere he needs to when you put that ball in his vicinity. The catch radius, the hands catching element of it, that's DeAndre Hopkins, baby. That's him. So for me, man, I have him at 7 because of that. But literally, if he wasn't going to be serving a suspension, I probably would bump him up a little bit higher right here. Yeah. But this is where my list just gets absolutely brutal because I love all these dudes. And yes, I love all these dudes. So at number 6, this is the last one before we go back to you for your top 5.
Okay.
At number 6 for me, I have Justin Jefferson here.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
And this is when I tell you this is insane. This is crazy hard for me, bro.
Is there some with the Vikings?
Just hear me out, man.
Dalvin Cook.
I mean, we talk about Justin. Justin is elite. But when I tell you my top 5, you tell me which name I'm taking off for Justin Jefferson. And that's kind of where I stand with this thing, man. Justin, what's 2 years now? 2 insane seasons. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And he has a quarterback that's going to get him that rock. Going to take care of him, man, without a doubt. It's just my top 5. I can't put him past him right now. That's just my energy, man. But yeah, man. So once again, my 10 through 6, I got DK Metcalf at 10, Mike Evans at 9, Deebo Samuel at 8, DeAndre Hopkins at 7, and then Justin Jefferson at 6.
Okay.
On to you, baby.
We already heard my 5. Stephon Diggs. Last 2 seasons in Buffalo. 2,700 yards, 18 total touchdowns. In 2020, led the league in receptions and yards. Yeah, he's been a revelation ever since playing with Josh Allen. Wasn't necessarily the same with Kirk Cousins. He was still good, but I think that's why I give props to Justin Jefferson, the numbers he's putting up. If you know my view of Cousins, I mean, he's still putting those numbers up with him at quarterback. I'm like, holy cow. So, Diggs at 5. 4, Jamar Chase. This one's a tough one for me because I kind of want to put him over Justin Jefferson. Mm-hmm. I just want to credit what Justin Jefferson's done in back-to-back years. That's
fair.
all.
Yeah, fair.
If you're asking me to take a receiver for the upcoming year, I'd probably go Jamar Chase. It's just more do it again. I know he's going to do it again, but I just want to give credit to Justin Jefferson, what he did his rookie year. And then to actually top his rookie year, last year, rookie year, 88 receptions, 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns. And I got Justin Jefferson at 3.
Okay. Yep, I like it.
2021, just last year. 108 receptions, 20 more receptions. 200 more yards, 16. How do I say this? No, 1,616 yards.
Yeah.
And 10 touchdowns. With, like I said, Kirk Cousins. I'm not going to knock Kirk Cousins like too much, but I think he's a limited quarterback. And for Justin Jefferson to put those numbers up.
Means he's not limited. Gotcha. All right.
I wouldn't go that far, but the numbers in and of itself, no matter who the quarterback is, are insane. So I don't even think that matters, but it's just crazy. It's just crazy. They replaced Stephon Diggs with Justin Jefferson, and they get better output or input, whatever you want to call it, from the receiver that they drafted in the first round, in his rookie season and in his second year. It's just crazy to me. Number 2, Devontae Adams. He's just been on one these last 4 seasons. I've been saying some of these averages for some of these players.
Been having them type of averages.
over these last 4 seasons, per 17 games, 1,558 yards per average. Is also averaging 15 touchdowns per 17 games. The one season he missed like 4 or 5 games, but whenever you take it over per 17, that's what he's averaging.
Yes,
every single season if he was to play all 17 games. It's insane. Could be one, has a case to be number one, there's no doubt. But whenever you're Cooper Kupp, who I got at my number one spot, and you win the Triple Crown last year and win Super Bowl MVP in the fashion that he did, you're number one.
All right.
If you want to say who are you taking next year, you think Davante Adams is going to have a better year than Cooper Kupp, I could hear you out on that. But what Cooper Kupp did last year, I think you just got to put him at one because that was a historical season. And if Davante Adams, Jamar Chase, whoever it is, dethrone him this season, so be it. But for right now, I got to give Cooper Kupp number one. He's the guy right now.
I like it then. I like it. So for me, man, coming at number 5 on my list, I got Jamar Chase right here. I have him rated ahead of Justin Jefferson. Absolutely.
I thought you'd have him higher.
Well, I would, but I'll get to those guys in a second. The biggest reason why I got Jamar Chase ahead of Justin Jefferson, or why I have Jamar at 5, we know exactly who Jamar Chase is. You saw exactly what everybody saw. And for me, I just take it back to them collegiately. Jamar Chase been better than Justin Jefferson dating back to LSU. If I didn't think Justin Jefferson was better than Jamar Chase at LSU, which I've said numerous times on this show, even when they both came out back-to-back years, I say, hey, man, y'all think Justin's nice? Wait till this dude come out. I'm not changing that right now. I keep that exact same energy, man. Jamar Chase is number 5 for me because the year he had last year was crazy, and he's only going to get better. And even though I like Kirk Cousins, I think that Joe Burrow is a better quarterback. So I anticipate those numbers being even better as well, man. So that's why I got Jamar Chase at 5. At number 4, man, I got my dog, Stephon Diggs, right here, man. Number 1, man, when you talk about what he's been able to do in Buffalo, that's the part of the reason, a big part of the reason why Josh Allen is even where he's at right now. They have that AB Big Ben connection. It's the nostalgia that I love watching those dudes play, their rapport, their relationship. It's kind of like when you watch Rodgers and Davante Adams to an extent. It was like watching Brady and Gronk. Like certain guys, you just like, yo, they work perfectly together. And to me, man, when you talk about Diggs, he could beat you any way he needs to. Take top off, he could route you up. We know he's tough as nails, run out the catch, 100+ catch guy. And he's been doing it for multiple seasons as well, man. So that's why I got my man Diggs at 4. At number 3, I got Tyreek Hill right here, man. I know he's left Patrick Mahomes. Tyreek Hill is still Tyreek Hill, though. And when I think of Tyreek Hill's impact, I ask myself, how accurate does Tua really need to be when you're throwing the ball to Tyreek Hill when he's running fast people? And how many times have we seen when Mahomes just chucks it up to him? It's so much separation. He is one of those dudes that does generate college-like separation at the NFL level, but he does it consistently. To me, I love that. Speed kills at this level, and I just think that even in Miami, he does have a nice setup with his skill position players.
It's up to Tua.
It all falls on Tua. But Tua is a top 5 pick? I need to see something. But at the end of the day, man, I'm banking on Tua not having to be that accurate when you're hitting Tyreek Hill because it is Tyreek Hill, a.k.a. the Cheetah. Then at number 2, Triple Crown winner right here, man. Love what Cooper Kupp did last year, man. You talk about a season for the ages, without a doubt. A postseason run, the Super Bowl run, the Super Bowl MVP, like everything across the board. He checked all those boxes. My only knock on him is, what have the other years looked like? And that's why I have him at number 2. I still think he's going to cook because when you talk about Matthew Stafford, 100%, that's going to help him even more now that they have another year together.
Yeah.
When you talk about McVay coming back, that's another year together, right? Another offseason together. They're going to continue to grow. But when I'm comparing him to my number 1, who's Davante Adams, I ask myself this. If Cooper Kupp was playing on any other team, could he still have that type of impact? Now, we know last season was his one-off, but would he still have that type of impact if he didn't have a McVay, if he didn't have that Matthew Stafford type quarterback throwing it to him? I don't necessarily think that just based on his stature. He's not the biggest guy. He's not the fastest guy. Now, can he route you up 100%? But to me, he's more like a natural slot. I like big receivers. Davante is a big receiver. Davante is a receiver that it doesn't matter what offense he's playing in, who's the coordinator. He is a guy that is going to get you productivity. You're going to be able to throw it anywhere around him. He's going to come down with it. He's going to route whoever up. You can't press him. You can't play off of him. You try to get up on him. He could back you. He could take you over the top. To me, that's the biggest difference between when I think of Cooper Kupp and what he did last year versus Davante. Even Davante's year last season, even though it wasn't a Cooper Kupp year, it still was crazy in its own right. So that's why for me, I'm like, man, Devontae is my number one because he's been doing it longer. And I think that his game travels. It doesn't matter what offense, who's the quarterback, that productivity is always going to be in the ballpark. And we're talking about Derek Carr. Derek Carr to me is not too fine then, yeah. Derek Carr is not too far off from Stafford. If Derek Carr were to get traded to another team and win the Super Bowl, we would look at him possibly like how we look at Stafford now. So that's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm like, and they got the relationship going back to college. Devontae is not about to take a step back. Devontae's still going to get off. He's still in an offense where he's going to be able to cook. So that's why I have him ultimately at number one instead of Cooper Kupp. But that was one of them tough ones because Cooper is like that year he put together last year was insane, bro. Insane.
Yeah, that's the thing. If anything, you could maybe look at his production with Jared Goff and say, wow, he was able to do that with Jared Goff.
No, facts.
That's pretty impressive, actually.
Facts.
I think one or two of those years, he was on like a really good pace and he got hurt.
Absolutely. Like Coop is a dog. Like don't get it twisted. Like Coop, it's the reason why he's number 2 on my list. And
it's not a slight. I even said that. Yeah.
But so you know how I feel about Diggs. I love Diggs. Can't put him above no Coop. I love Jamar Chase. Can't put him above Coop. I love Justin Jefferson. First off, I love him because he did that gritty and that was phenomenal. Now my son does it all the time. But either way, it's just like, dude, I can't put those dudes over Coop. Even if I feel like, hey man, are they more athletic? Or could I play him in inside or outside? But it's like, bro, this Cooper Kupp we talking about, bro. So
that's why he's number 2, man. List. I mean, our big difference is Tyreek Hill. I'm wondering.
No, it's Tyreek and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I guess that's because I flipped them basically.
Yeah,
right?
I have Tyreek at 3, Justin at 6. You have Justin at 3.
Yeah.
Tyreek at 7, right?
Yeah.
So those are flips.
The only thing with Tyreek Hill is literally the Tua situation. So how you were talking about. It's on Tua. Does he have to be that accurate? Mm-hmm. It's kind of insinuating just like in a vacuum, who would you want as a weapon on your team, right? Fair. You would have Tyreek Hill ranked pretty high.
Yeah, he's a weapon. Absolutely.
I just don't think it's going to be the same in Miami. That's really it.
I
think it'll go back to a little bit more what he was doing whenever they had Alex Smith, which was fine. I mean, he still put up numbers.
But it was not the same.
Nowhere close to the same.
It wasn't the same.
Based off what he's done with Mahomes over these past 2 seasons, 3 seasons, 4 seasons, whatever, I would probably have him in my top 5. I don't think there's any question about it. Yeah. I think I'm just more or less looking a little bit forward with him, and it's just not going to be the same in Miami.
Nah, I could dig it.
Like any of those top 5 dudes, I think it's going to age well. I wouldn't be surprised if like Jamar Chase we're saying is number 1 next year.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was
Devontae
Justin
Adams.
Like we could legitimately make a case that Justin should be up there, man. Like all of these dudes that are in that 6-1 range. Like
now, Diggs, I am wondering if his best season was 2 seasons ago.
See, you think that? I don't. I think just
what
last
about
year,
like Gabriel Davis emerging a little bit?
No, this was what I was about to talk about. The biggest reason why you just saw a little bit of drop in the productivity, which still was crazy when he had over 100, over 1,000, and double-digit touchdowns, right? It was the Gabriel Davis just stepping up, doing more, which is fine. Because now, instead of Diggs getting all the attention that he got last year because of what he did 2 years ago, and he still was able to produce like he did last year, now you can't give him all that attention because of Gabriel Davis. And that's why I'm saying that this year coming up will look more like 2 years ago in contrast to last year, because last year it was Cole Beasley, it was Emmanuel Sanders, it was maybe Gabriel Davis. And then by the end of the year, we're like, oh, that's the dude. But prior to that, all that attention was right here on Diggs. You're not coming out here doing that now, because if you do, he's already shown that he could kill you. And that's the part for me where I'm like, he about to cook again. And he was already cooking last year, but he about to cook,
he was fine.
again. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we were saying it's a down year. It's still pretty damn good. Not even, I mean, you can't even say it's a down year.
It was just because
in terms of his overall career. Right, that was his second best season, actually.
Hands down. Not even a debate, but because of the season he had just came off of, where it was like, holy cow, like, what is this? That's why, man.
Led the league in receptions and receiving yards. Pretty
damn
good.
Facts, man.
All right. Some good lists.
Dude, I like this, though, man.
I think we had everyone on the same list, right? We had everyone.
I think we had all the same names, yeah.
Just different orders.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Oh, all right. Now, I did ask the chat to put their top 10 in, man. Let's see if they had us or not, man. We'll check.
Okay. Seeing talk about grandparents.
I was about to say, Razor Reaction says Stephon Diggs better be in everyone's top 5. JB Juice says Justin Jefferson is his number 1. Trina Still Diva says she likes Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. Let's see. Ooh, Justo thinks that Chase is overrated, though.
Jamar Chase?
Yeah. Huh.
That's a tough one.
That is. I can't go with that one. That's overrated. Like, what are we talking about here? Oh, here we go. All right, Razor Reacts gave us. Oh no, he's giving us quarterbacks. We like a four. Hold on, let me see what I typed in.
I got one.
Bruh, hold on. It makes sense now. Yo, the chat will kill me for this. So I typed in, drop your top 10. I thought I said wide receivers. Guess what I typed in?
Quarterbacks.
Of course. So it makes sense why we don't have any top 10.
I got some here though. I could read.
All right, I'm gonna re-put that. Yeah, I'm tripping. Shout out to me for that.
All right, Bro Barian. He's got 1, Cooper Kupp, 2, Tyreek Hill, 3, Devontae Adams, 4,
Okay.
Stephon Diggs, 5, Justin Jefferson, 6, Deontay Johnson, 7, Terry McLaurin,
Okay.
8, Jamar Chase,
Okay.
whoa, 9, CD Lamb, 10, Deebo Samuel. So who's he missing from our list? Mike Evans, no Diggs. Oh, no, he's got Diggs at 4. Mike Evans was the one, and...
You said Deontay.
No Hopkins. No Hopkins.
Hmm.
No Hopkins or Metcalf or Debo.
Oh.
I'd love to have Deontay in the top 10. You know I would. I will say this about Deontay last year. He had a top 10-esque season.
Oh, no, he definitely did. It's just the
based
other,
off stats.
Yeah.
He made a Pro Bowl. You have to be in the top 10
Yeah.
to make the Pro Bowl.
Unless people are pulling out 10.
Yeah. Well, no, that's my point, though.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Because when they pull out, yeah, those 2 guys go in there. Yeah.
So he was the 5th, basically.
Absolutely.
Yeah, unless you think it's a popularity contest. A guy got in and he didn't deserve it. But I thought Deontay did.
No, I would agree.
Based off how the stats played out in the receiver room across the league last year. Because he was in like that 7-8 range, I think, when you look at receptions, yards, touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he had a top 10 type season. I mean... I think it's just more of the question, you taking this guy over the other guys. Right?
Basically, that's how I look at it.
I don't know if I'm taking Deontay Johnson over DeAndre Hopkins or
Of
Metcalf.
any of them dudes that we named on either one of our lists, like...
You could hear me out on Deebo Samuel, maybe.
Okay.
Depends on how the coordinator utilizes Deebo Samuel. I think Deontay's game could age better if he cleans up the drops.
his game definitely ages better.
That's all. But no, I have Deebo Samuel in my top 10 because of what he did last year. It was a really great season.
Part. But that's the part where I was at. Remember when I said, hey, if Deebo is just a wide receiver only, not the running back part, you taking Deontay over him then?
Just the receiver?
Because if it's just the receiver part, to me, I think
I
probably would. Like, I'm going to make that. It's going to be a hard decision either way.
Yeah.
If Deebo is not.
Oh, no, he does have Deebo Samuel at 10. I can't read, but he's got him at 10.
Oh, all right then. Never mind then. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So I guess he's missing Hopkins and Metcalf are the main ones.
Yeah.
And Mike Evans. Yeah, those are the 3.
Razor Reacts. He just dropped his 10. You ready for this?
Yeah.
At number 10, he has Terry McLaurin, a.k.a. Scary Terry. At number 9, Mike Evans. At number 8, DK Metcalf. At 7, DeAndre Hopkins. At number 6, Justin Jefferson. At number 5, Jamar Chase. At number 4, Tyreek Hill. Number 3, Stephon Diggs. At number 2, Cooper Kupp. And at 1, Devontae Adams. So every name except he switched out Deebo for McLaurin.
Yeah. I got one here that's a super chat.
Huh.
Nick
now, before we do that, how do you feel, though, about... Where did he have it at? Yeah, Diggs at 3. Hello, how you feel that? You like that? You know I love that. I don't know if I agree with it, but I love it, though.
I think you could make a case for him being in, like, the top 3. I don't think you can put him up to, like, the top 2.
Yeah, I think Coop and Devontae.
I don't think it's egregious. Yeah. I think a lot of this is like personal preference. You think they're going to repeat it, what they've done in the past. They injured quarterback. There's a lot of factors here. So Stephon Diggs, if you have him in your 3, 4, 5 range, I think that's reasonable. Yeah.
And I think Terry, in terms of Terry McLaurin, I know he had him in here at 10. We didn't include him on ours. I had mentioned him as an honorable mention. Part of the reason, that you could talk about him in a positive light, not just from the statistics, but when you think about the different people that he's had throwing him the football as well. He's had a lot of different dudes back there, man. Not all the best, some not even NFL quality. But as a whole, when you're still able to produce with that does have to go into there as well, man. So I think that give him a little help. All right, got a couple. Who we got?
I got this super chat I could read. We could just skip it when we get to it.
Okay.
He says, Nick Y. He says 10-1. Tyreek Hill. So he's got Tyreek at 10. AJ Brown. A.J. Brown at 9. Wait, is this right? Adams at 8. That's tough. Diggs at 7.
I'm looking at your list. I see the.
It is. It's 10-1. So
yeah, because I thought it was backwards, but you're right. It's not. That's his 10-1. Yeah.
Adams at 8. He must be thinking it ain't gonna be the same with Derek Carr. Diggs at 7.
Tyreek Hill ain't gonna be the same either. They got him at 10.
Mike Evans at 6. C.D. Lamb at 5. Dude, he's a Sooner. He's a Sooner fan. Debo Samuel at 4. Jamar Chase at 3. Justin Jefferson 2. Cooper Kupp 1. I feel like Samuel high for me. I could see why people would have Debo Samuel that high, though, if you think it's replicable. Based off last year.
How is
it was
Adams that low, though?
Yeah, that's low. He must, like I said, he must not think he's going to replicate it with the Raiders and Derek Carr. It's not going to be the same without Aaron Rodgers. That's got to be what he's thinking.
A.J. Brown over Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't mind A.J. Brown in the top 10, though. If you think he's better than DK Metcalf or like those guys that are in the 9-10 range.
I can't have him over
No Hopkins Tyreek. Either. He must not be. I don't know. He must not like the injuries.
5. C.D. Lamb at 5.
It's too high. I told you he's an Oklahoma fan, though.
Or maybe he's a Cowboys fan.
No, he's definitely an Oklahoma fan. Okay. I know. He's in my dynasty. He's Oklahoma in my dynasty.
Well, he's Tulsa. Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So that's why he's viewing C.D. Lamb in a positive light. C.D. Lamb deserves to be viewed in a positive light. I don't know about top 5 range, though.
All my Cowboys family loves C.D. Lamb. Trust me, that's their guy. All right, but yeah,
he's got some drop issues. His frame's tough, too, for being one of these top guys.
Oh, size matters to you now?
I mean, it's different if he's putting up numbers. Like, it doesn't matter if you're putting up crazy numbers, but he's putting up just like honorable mention type numbers right now. That's my point.
Not fair enough. I agree with you. I do.
It's like Deontay range. Him and Deontay kind of been in the same range.
Yeah. Who would you take right now, Deontay or CD?
Going forward? Wow. That's a good question. I might say Deontay because I'm biased.
Cause see, my problem is I don't.
CD's been like more of the compliment guy for Cowboys, whereas like he's put up numbers, but Deontay's been our main receiver these last 2 years.
And my other issue is how much of CD do I allow the name and like what he, the hype around CD even coming into the league, like how much of that affects me when I think of him versus Deontay, because like with Deontay, we've had to see him like grow into where he's at now. Whereas CD came in with all this like fanfare and hype around him. So I'm always like, all right, am I higher on CD because of that? Or is it, like I just think he's a better player? But that's always like how I'm looking at it right there.
Yeah,
Deontay is nice,
I'm
bro.
liking Deontay right now.
Like Deontay's nice, man.
I think CD was in a more favorable offense for his stats and how they were throwing it with Dak Prescott too. Whereas, like we saw last year, man, I mean, the offense was broken.
Yeah,
it was broken. But Deontay still put up really good numbers as the feature receiver. Mm-hmm. So you got to give him credit for that. We rip on the drops, but CeeDee Lamb's got drops too. When we're starting to talk about that range of like Deontay versus McLaurin, CeeDee Lamb, these guys, like Deontay is just as good as any of them.
No, he definitely
you can
is,
make the case. It's just whenever we start getting in the top 10, I can't really put Deontay up on that level yet.
Yeah. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. All right.
You see any more?
I think I had one. Oh, the analyzer. There we go. I think he was right under Nick White.
I got one more if we want to read off after that, too.
All right, so let's do this then. So, because it's what, 6:23? Yeah. So we got Who would have thought we would have made it to 6:30 today, man? I'm going to pass out when we get off.
This is a good show.
Man. Hey, shout out to the group. Shout out to all the community that's making this thing work today, man. All right, but the analyzer, he has, Keenan Allen. I was like, who's Allen? Keenan Allen at number 10. DK Metcalf at number 9. He has Mike Evans at 8. And then at 7, he has DK again? At 9 and 7, unless it's another DK.
Is he trying to say DJ?
Maybe, yeah, because it's 2 DK, so maybe.
Oh, I'm looking at the same list.
So maybe number 9 is DJ, and then number 7 is DK.
Either or.
Would you put Deontay over DK right now?
I would not, but maybe he does.
All right, just the analyzer. Give us another one so we can clarify that, please. I'll read the rest of this off. If he drops
or maybe it's just DK on it twice.
Yeah, so he has Keenan Allen at 10, DK or DJ at 9. At number 8, Mike Evans. At number 7, DK or DJ again. At number 6, he has Deebo Samuel. At number 5, Justin Jefferson. At 4, Cooper Kupp.
We got a Bills fan in the house here.
Chill out, bro. First off. At number 3, we got Jamar Chase. At number 2, Devontae Adams. And at number 1, oh, baby, I like it. You're talking my language. He got Stephon Diggs, who plays for... Let's go, Buffalo. Yes. Stephon Diggs at number 1. All right, Analyze. I kind of like your list. You had me lost for a little while, but I like how you finished that list off, man. That's top notch right there, baby.
Okay, this could be the last one then.
Oh, and the Analyzer said DJ was 9. So we had Deontay Johnson at 9.
Are we sure it's Deontay Johnson or is it DJ Moore?
The Analyzer. Are you referring to Deontay Johnson?
He has to be.
I would hope so, but clarify it again because Deke want to play with you today. All right. So yes, put it in if it's Johnson or if it's not Johnson. All right.
Okay. Yeah. This is JDA 940. 10 AJ Brown, 9 Keenan Allen, 8 Deontay Johnson, 7 DeAndre Hopkins, 6 Stephon Diggs, 5 Jamar Chase, 4 Justin Jefferson, 3 Tyreek Hill, 2 Devontae Adams, 1 Cooper Kupp. It's not a bad list.
Let's go.
Let's go. Not a bad list at all.
No, I can dig that then, man. I think we got some let's go supers then, man.
Yeah, I wanted to read off one of these comments because it's pretty funny.
Go ahead, yeah.
Let me find it real quick. Trina Steele Diva. This is in reference to CD Lamb. My ex-husband loves CD, so I can't like him.
I was like, yo, where's she going with the ex-husband? Wait a minute now. Dang. Trina, well, I can respect that, and we all have exes out there that we're not too fond of, and yes, I can understand it, man. I can understand it. Don't you root for CD then?
I like this list, though, real quick. 10 Claypool, 9 Deontay, 8 Allen, 7 DK, 6 Hill, 5 Diggs, 4 Kupp, 3 Hopkins, 2 Juju. Could be a stretch, but I don't care because, number 1, he has Pickens.
Oh, like our Pickens.
Yeah.
That's a list right there. That you got Juju at 2, he said?
That's a stretch, but Pickens at 1, I like. That's some confidence right there.
And then Claypool and Deontay made the list as well.
Sure, yeah. I was thinking about doing that.
You know what? I think that's a high quality list right there, man. I don't see any bias in it at all, honestly, too. That's top notch.
I was thinking about getting like Claypool, Deontay, that honorable mention range.
I was calling AB up. I was going to put the asterisk next to him, like, all right, he's top 3-ish.
Well, I was going to ask you that. If AB's right, didn't go off the deep end. What do you mean by if
he's right? What do you mean? What part of him is right?
I mean, I'd probably have him top 5,
You said if
6.
he's right. What part is right? The ankle or other?
I don't care about the ankle. Just get him on the field. Who knows how injured that ankle was? Just get him on the field. I mean, he's in that top 5, 6 range.
I don't care about that ankle. Just get him out there. However you got to do it, just get him out there somehow.
Well, because he was hurt, actually. I don't know if it was the ankle. Like, he missed games last year.
I know.
But what I'm going to say is...
He didn't finish games either. I know that part.
We know that. But when he was on the field, he was the best receiver on the Bucs last year. So I'd have him over Mike Evans. I mean, and then the arguments between him and Stephon Diggs for me. That's how good he is, though. And it's a shame he's not in the league.
That's the homie. Shout out to AB. Oh, man.
Tomlin already said, AB's not coming back.
That can't happen.
Here's my question. If Mason was the quarterback, is AB like petting off where he'd be like, I need to come back to the Steel City. I'll play with you, Mason.
Listen, I don't put anything past AB. When we said, hey, is he going to be right? Not the ankle. Like that's the part. It's like, which version shows up? I don't know. So, yeah.
Okay, I'll get to these super chats then. Chris Taylor, Madden needs an Ultimate Legend Arthur Moats card.
Oh, hey now.
Be nice. You'd be on the Steelers team.
That would be pretty cool.
Making some plays.
I would actually probably play that game then. I probably suck at it, but I would still play it.
You have a good Ultimate Legend?
Come on, bro.
That's a good card.
Never know, bro.
That'd be sick.
Never know.
Nick Y.
Yeah.
We already read this one. Official Momentum.
Okay.
Says, Ayo, my DoorDasher sounds exactly like T. Garvin. Is Garvin doing any side quests in life?
Nah, he got some side quests that's pulling up, but not that type of side quest. No.
Sean McCartney, Steel Field. Literally anything other than Acrisure. The Steel Field.
Acrisure is just not. But you know what? We're gonna Acrisure it all the way. That's what we're gonna do, man. Yep.
Official Momentum. Devontae Adams, number 1. Jacob Alessio says,
I like that. No, I'm with that.
Been watching Quiet. It says Titty Match. And has some aliens and some spaceships.
That's what I like. Oh, it's almost blast off time now that I think about it. Yeah. Because it's Friday.
Yeah.
Once we done with this, we ain't got no job. We ain't got nothing to do. Know what that mean? If you would have saw the movie Friday, if you would have saw the movie, are we going to B-dubs? No. See, this is the problem. If you would have saw the movie Friday, you would know exactly what I'm referencing and referring to, because that is one of the most iconic lines from that movie. That's the first time an individual in that movie gets to experience blasting off.
Okay.
And it changes their life. You need to see that part of it. But they talk about it being on what? A Friday. You ain't got nothing going on. You ain't had nothing to do. Deke, you gonna stay out here tonight, bro. I got you. Don't even trip. We're gonna take you to the back porch, have a little fun today.
Go Top Golf, maybe.
Yeah, man, you never know.
Go golfing.
You know how I like to golf now.
I know.
Come on, man. Hey, that's coming ASAP. We definitely got to get our golf back out there, man.
Yeah. Fish momentum. Belated birthday to my granddad.
Oh,
Regis
absolutely.
Babonus Sr. Rest in peace.
Man. Absolutely, man. Well, heavenly belated B-Day to your granddad. Nah, man. Shout out. Definitely.
AJ Martinez, just speaking the truth, says Super 7 Sabotage, Titty Trubisky, 24. What's 24 and 12? Okay, that's his projection for his stats. 24 touchdowns, 12 picks, 6 rushing touchdowns, a Pro Bowl season. I don't know if that gets him to the Pro Bowl. These stats by these quarterbacks are ridiculous. I mean, you got Mahomes, Allen, and Herbert all in the AFC. And then that's not even including Burrow, too. He needs better stats than that.
If you go 24, 12, 6 tutties, you're going to have about 42. He's going to need 42 to 4,500 passing, though. And that's
one of those guys have a down year, maybe.
But I don't know if he's capable of 4,500 passing yards.
I don't know if that's the offense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see that happening for him. He can have the 24. I think he can score the touchdowns, because we've talked about touchdowns are like fluky each and every season. We get that. But he's not going to have the yardage to make up for any discrepancies as it pertains to his touchdowns versus some of those other guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking in terms of whenever I was like, how could Trubisky actually win MVP? I think it would need to be the touchdowns. He would need to score a lot in the red zone, I think, where he gets 35 plus yards, just get close to like 4,000.
If you're that's the magic number.
And then a couple of these rushing touchdowns too. That's the case, and the Steelers end up being like the number 1 seed somehow. It's a long shot bet that I put in, and we'll see if it. Yeah. I mean, I'll be pretty rich if it happens.
Heck yeah, you would.
No, not that rich. It's my Pitt bets that are if they hit. Pitt National Championship.
Oh Lord.
Pitt National, dude. I'm telling you. No. I'm telling you. Hear me out on this. They win those first 2 games. Watch out. West Virginia, Tennessee. Those are going to be the 2 hardest games on their schedule, I think. Maybe North Carolina, because some people have them in the top 25. They don't have Clemson this year. They have a pretty weak ACC schedule. They would only have to play them in the ACC championship. And if we make it to the ACC championship, that means we're a legitimately good team. We could play with anyone. So I'm just saying, watch out. But that bet, I think it's like $20 or something to win 7,000. Slovis for Heisman, I put like $10. I think that's to win like 1,000 or 2. I got some big Pitt bets in this year.
I see, man. Hell to Pitt. Hell to Pitt, man.
MVP.
Hell to Pitt, man.
I got the Pickett rookie bet in too.
You all in. I like it. I like it.
Fish momentum. He's listing off the rest of his receivers. Says Devontae Adams at 1, Cooper Kupp 2, Jamar Chase at 3. He likes Deebo Samuel at 4. DK Metcalf reaching the top 5 for him.
Oh, okay. That's a little all right. But depending on what you like in these receivers, though, man, because I'm sure people will make a case for DK being higher. Yeah.
It's tough without Russ now.
Very tough. Unless
I still think you can put
Geno.
up numbers.
You don't believe in Geno?
Yeah, who's it going to be? I don't know. Is it going to be Locke, Geno?
I wonder would Seattle try to trade for like a Jimmy G?
I think they would. I don't know if 49ers are trading him. I mean, they're going to have to pay a big-time premium if it happens, being division rivals.
Yeah, that is tough with it being in the division. But I wonder that because, like, in the context of it's different if Trey Lance wasn't on the Niners roster or they weren't doing this for Trey. But they're saying that, hey, we got our guy. So Jimmy could go. And that's the part where I'm like, what, like, could that angle be the one?
It'd make those games more exciting.
Yeah, because if I think I got my guy anyways, well, shoot, you can take, like, would we be tripping if we traded Mason Rudolph to the Cleveland Browns right now? We'd be like, go for it, man. If that's what y'all want, y'all can have him. We like what we got here right now, right? Just not saying that's how I feel, but just in this hypothetical, right. You know? if that was the case, it's like, man, we wouldn't be caring about that. We would gladly do that. So that's the part for me where I'm like, man, if you're the Niners, would you be like, hey, man, take them. We still think we're going to beat you with them. It don't matter.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
No.
I get what you're saying. Because there's really not too many other destinations for them. They're trying to link them to the Giants, but
it don't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, you'd rather see what you got in Daniel Jones. It feels like he has more upside, and you already got that backup in Tyrod Taylor.
Come on, man. You know where that boy from. Let's get it, baby.
There's not too many destinations right now for Jimmy G. Fish Momentum says, get y'all rest. Next Friday, Ambition. Pull up.
Uh-oh. Turn up, City. Turn up.
The Analyzer. DJ. Okay, this was...
Yes, we were trying to figure out which one. Yes.
He says, chill out, Deke, and Diggs is a dog.
Nah, I agree.
He is a Bills fan.
Why you got... It ain't nothing wrong with that if he is.
He's been hiding.
He can't support both organizations. I know a person that supports both organizations. Deke, you support both organizations, man. Come on, bro. Why are we doing this, man? Don't make it awkward. You know?
Jacob Malesio says Malesio. Am I not pronouncing that right? Malesio.
Oh.
I think I'm pronouncing it right.
You're not. It's Meh.
Malesio.
Not Ma.
I keep on saying Ma. Yeah.
Malesio.
I got it now.
I'm going to just take a picture of it.
I appreciate that.
And the next time when you mess it up, I'm going to be like, meh. Oh, hold on. It jumped on me.
And Official Momentum says, hey, your email, Moats. Just another quick reminder.
Bet that.
Hashtag be prepared, my stories.
Hey.
Richard Arbiza, this looks like the last one. Everyone commented to trade Rudolph on his birthday.
Yes, bro. That type of stuff. I'm like,
give
bro,
him
y'all
the birthday present
pocket,
of a trade.
Hey, y'all are out of pocket, man. Let that man live, baby. Yes, but that's a lot of that. Or, man, he sucks, man. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Get him out the league. You don't need to play here no more. It's like, yo, why y'all so, like, just ticked off by him? Like, chill, bro. Y'all gotta breathe, man. Breathe. But anywho, I think that's it for today, man. It was a fun one.
This was great.
This was dope. Yes, indeed,
Good
man.
receiver list.
Heck yeah.
All the same players.
Heck yeah. And we even had people putting your Buffalo Bills up there, right? At number 1. So even better, man. But anywho, man, salute everybody that was with us today, man, and this whole week, man. We appreciate the heck out of y'all, man. Y'all already know what it is, man.
A quick update.
Talk to him.
I'm on vacation next week, so you guys are going to have to wait on the podcast another week. Sorry.
Talk to him.
Talk to him. No, I'm just messing.
Actually, I got to go out of town, though. We won't be having a podcast. Dang. All right. Anywho, I was like, dang, Deke, you could have told me off the air before. I was going to roll. You said I rolled with it, too.
You did. Like, I thought you believed me for
man,
a second.
I did. Like, I was like, all right, I guess Deke got a vacation. I can't be the only one taking vacations. I get it. But dang, Deke, just text me next time, man.
I took my one down in Florida earlier.
Remember. For the wedding, yeah.
Although we recorded a little bit.
I know.
No, I'm good, though. I'm ready to roll,
well,
man.
Either way.
It's football season.
You know how we... Just communicate.
Dude, it was basically my vacation anyway. When you went on vacation, I just hung out at the house. It was fine.
Man, I was gonna bring you with me. I didn't think you liked the beach though. That was my only issue. I was like, it's kind of sunny. I didn't know if you like fire.
I'm not anymore because I'm fat.
Burn?
No, I'm fat. I'm not as much of a beach guy anymore.
Got you. You could have been out there with the shirt on.
No, no. If you're out there, I don't do that. You take the shirt off if you're going in. Okay. No, you do that. You own what you got. If you got the dad bod, you just.
Oh my God, I've never heard that one. You own what you got, man. If it looks like that, hey.
Or you just don't go to the beach.
You don't go
in the water.
Fair enough.
Pretty much that simple. It's not no. You can't half-ass it.
Okay, all right.
You can't half-ass it. Don't hide it. Don't hide it with the t-shirt. No.
Okay, all right.
I don't like that.
Well, there we have it then. So now I know. All right.
Yeah, I'm fat now though. I'm not like I don't even know if I've been in my pool this year. I don't even know if I've been in my pool this year, to be honest.
Oh my God. Damn, you got your own pool?
Yeah.
Dang, must be nice, man.
It's all right. Like I said, I take it for granted. I don't even go in it. So.
Man, from the pit to the palace. That's a whole lot of money. I like it. But anywho, everybody stay safe out there. Enjoy the heck out yourselves this weekend. For all the researchers, man, I will see y'all in Pluto. But anywho, until next time, baby.
Peace.